Hello guys, ArchieLuxury on the ArchieLuxury live stream channel. Today guys, I've got YouTube royalty. I've got absolute gold. I've got the honorable, the amazing Sir Paul Thorpe. Hello Paul, how are you? How are you, Paul? Oh, we can't hear you. Can we hear you, Paulie? Oh. Can we hear our Mr. Thorpe? Mr. Thorpe. Hello, Paul.
Is that better?
Yes, it's great, Paul. How are you?
Wrong switch. I'm good, Paul. Yeah, that was some intro. Thanks.
Paul, it's an absolute honor to have you on the stream.
Thank you.
And I've got to tell you honestly, I got a lot of respect for you, Paul. And the reason is you're not just one of these come Johnny lately. You actually make videos. There's no money in videos. You don't make any money making videos. A lot of these guys, it's like talkback radio. They just want to do live stream, get the cash in, get the bucks in. And I got to tell you, I got a lot of respect for yourself, Paul. You have got good content, a library of content. And
thank you.
I admit that's, somebody said to me, what should you do for YouTube? I said, just make content, make videos. And a lot of people now, they want instant fix. There's no instant fix. This YouTube business is hard.
It's very hard. It's very hard to come up with content. Before I go any further, I see a lot of people in there saying hello to both of us. Any of you guys saying hello to me, love you all. Thanks very much. Really appreciate it.
Exactly.
Let's get Paul. Two things.
Some guests. I was going to invite some guests on there. I'm going to invite some guests, Tim or any of the regulars. Jump on board here.
Two things tonight, Paul.
Yes, Paul.
There's only two rules tonight, as far as I'm concerned.
Rules.
One is I want everyone to super chat you, as I want this to be your best paying video that you've ever done.
Hey. Paul, okay. I'm all for that, Paul.
And the second one I want to do is that I want anyone that doesn't like me or has a question for me or that doubts me to get on this stream tonight, get in the questions, and I'll answer anything you want. I'm not hiding from anyone, Paul. I'm here to answer questions.
That sounds amazing. Very quickly, Tanzil, $5. Paul, I'm considering selling my 114060, that's the no date ceramic, for a loss to buy a Moser. Is this a good idea or should I stick with Rolex?
Well, Tanzil, I'm not sure which Paul you're speaking to, but you'd be crazy to sell a non-date sub to buy a Moser.
even buying a Moser second-hand would be absolute stupidity.
There we go. Look, we got the first trolling of the evening.
First troll.
Love ya, PT.
PT.
Did you blow TPG?
Well, let me say this to you. I've got to tell you something. In the timepiece, gentlemen, saga there, I've got to say one thing. I really want to say this. I think out of all the presenters out there who made a video or an opinion, you raised very good points. WTF, 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 security, security, security. And I got to be honest with you. The reason I don't sell watches, the reason I'm not in this industry, like for me, I've been approached numerous times. Hey, Paul, why don't you sell watches? Why don't you do this? Hey, I'll help you a bit. Let me say this to you. Number one, the big thing is that I don't really enjoy the buying and selling process. But we've got a big super chat here. Security. Do you realize? Okay, we'll come back to that in a minute. Tanzeel 100 smackaroonies. Paul Thorpe, I used to watch the videos back when you used to record in your car. Yes, that was the smart car I think you had. Little car there. Really great content from the early days. That's when you were enthusiastic, just wanted to cut a video. Quick, 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 quick. Was a sad time when you took a break. Yes. Good to see you here with the Pontiff. Two legends. This is a special night.
Paul, I'm going to see a lot of questions coming through there for me, but it's your show. So,
yeah,
you know,
obviously your
you
questions aren't going to be voiced without much of you've got to super chat because we don't do free questions. And this is a commercial world. Jamie Opulence, €5. Greetings, Paul. Thoughts on dress watches, in particular, the Patek Philippe World Time 5231. That's the yellow gold with the Khaleesi dial. That's the current model. Current model Khaleesi dial.
Jamie, you know that I love that watch. It's not for me personally because I'm too ugly for dress watches, right? Okay, my personality, my body, my tattoos, they don't suit dress watches. But Jamie, you know I love that watch. I know you love that watch. Hey, Tim, and
hello,
it's a
Mr.
fabulous
Wright.
watch.
How are you? It's great. I really, Paul said to me he'd like let's see if we can get Tim on. Get Tim on as well. There, Tim's a celebrity.
A YouTube celebrity. Sorry, yeah, you guys rescheduled it. I thought
I know. It was a disaster because I got a message from Paul. I had to take my wife to work, and then I set the wrong time, and it was a disaster. But you know what? We're making up for it. We're covering ground.
Cool.
So it's really good to have you here. Yes, I tend to agree with Jamie. Jamie, that's one of the most. I think it's probably the most beautiful Pateks in the current range. I think it's absolutely to die for. I would do anything to have one, but you know what I mean? It is in that genre. It's amazing. I mean, can you imagine, Paul? A friend of mine told me a story about a World Time, the current model. He was in Switzerland. He saw this guy. And he looked like he'd just gone there to put 20 million. Actually, he was a client of his. He put 20 million in his numbered Swiss account and decided to mark the occasion by buying a World Time. Just walked in there, paid full price, didn't ask for a discount. Yes, I'll take that. Thank you. Here's my.
Wow.
It's a different world there. And we've got Ron the Shrink, our favorite shrink there to analyze. How are you, Ron?
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me okay?
We can hear you fantastically.
Hey, Ron. How you doing?
Excellent.
Not bad.
Hello. Hey, we have three legends here, and I'm a fan of all three of yous.
Yes.
I do have one point of contention with Paul Thorpe and a guy who I otherwise like.
Yes, tell me that.
And I feel like there's an issue that has gone. Archie, you never really commented on this. There was never really much talk about it. But I felt that the interview with TPG was a bit of a soft cock interview. And so I was wondering if Paul Thorpe would address some of these soft cock allegations because they have not really been addressed yet.
Hey, Ron, thanks for that, mate. You ask me anything you like. Fire away. Do you want to?
Okay, just hang on 1 minute. I'll get the super chat. Zowie, $3. Paul Thorpe, thoughts on the Rolex OP Stellar dials? I think he's talking about those new green, the yellow, the coral, the Tiffany.
What? In what way? What do I like them?
Yeah, do you like them? Do you
I think
see
they're
value
overpriced.
Oh, I think you're right. I'd rather get a Milgauss personally.
Look, if they discontinue them, then who knows?
Oh, they'll go through the roof.
Is my mic level okay? Because I feel like I'm
great.
okay.
You sound great.
Some people are dropping rumors that Tiffany might be discontinued.
Yeah, I saw that today.
2 months ago, they've been saying that you'll be able to swap your dial for any dial of your choosing, and now they're saying that it's going to be discontinued. Like, that's why I hate all these rumors, man. It's bullshit.
DC and LV, $5 Arch. Great to see Paul Thorpe on the stream, an absolute gentleman and a beacon in the community.
Thank you.
I got to say that. I totally agree there. We've got Lord Charfield, £1.80. Welcome, Paul Thorpe. Thanks for the Sweeney videos. Scary. I love the Sweeney. And Paul Anthony Pellegrino, $5. Paul, I'm buying the Tudor steel and gold you love so much. The Pauls together are amazing. Thank you so much, Anthony. There. Horological Freddy Krueger, $2. Paul, help. My skin is aging in dog years. And James Kane, £4.50. To Paul, have you ever met or do you know James Hadley from Hadley and Royal in Regat?
I know about that company, and if James wants to contact me privately, I'm more than happy to talk to him about it.
Tanzil, $5. Paul Pluter, give us your best Paul Thorpe Cockney accent. He's live here to. You know what? I've never actually. Years ago, I used to look up to England because we're a colony. We're full of convicts and degenerates.
You sure are.
And I used to always watch. I used to love British TV. You know, like Dad's Army. I used to love even dodgy stuff like Love Thy Neighbor. I love Sid James, Hancock and Co. I used to love Hancock and Co. And I learned my Cockney from Arthur Minder with that was a great series. And years later, my auntie, her boyfriend was English, and I thought all English was so beautiful, BBC English. That's what I couldn't understand. I discovered what a Nazi skinhead was. And they're nasty fucking geezers. They were really nasty, geezers. They were nasty geezers. It's sort of, I came to terms with not all British people can be friendly.
Archie, is this going to be the longest story in the world, or are we going to get the Cockney accent already?
Cockney accent. That's it. It's the geezers.
There we go.
There you go. A little bit of Cockney. Paul, it's an honor to have you here. Comb, we've got €5. Thorpe is a class act. That Watch Guy London, also a class act. I found via Paul T with great channels also. AC3 is still #1 though. Thank you so much there. Jamie Opulence, €5. What's it going to take to get the Pontiff to London Watch Show? Make it happen. Well, look, we're in lockdown still. December 17, apparently we're getting freedom. And I got to tell you, it's just a bit of time. Neo, $5. TPG Timepiece, gentlemen, seems to be doing great. I just wish they posted more parting videos. Not sure why we are speaking about TPG still. I got to tell you, I thought your comments about security, Paul, was actually something a lot of people missed. Security. I saw that they went to that Vegas show. They had all this shit in open boxes. I'm thinking, you are joking. You are serious? They had like RMs, Platoners in these sort of these open display. I thought, that's your security? It was. I think, Paul, a lot of people take things for granted until some ugly situations come there. And I got to tell you, even Brisbane, there's a watch dealer called Harrington and Co. And he's a friend. I know him quite well. He's into the classic cars as well. Really nice guy. Robbed at gunpoint. So believe you me, don't think this shit doesn't happen, because it's terrible.
Hey, can I add my 2 cents for a second here?
Sure, you can have your 2
I'm
cents.
going to throw something a little controversial out here, and I'd like all three to respond to it. I've been saying this for months, and people think I'm crazy. I think Rolex watches will continue to be in high demand, and their prices will continue to increase. Call me crazy.
Well, I wouldn't call you crazy, Ron, but let's get back to what you said earlier on, because I want to address some of the stuff today. I want to see some of my detractors in the comment sections there, because I watched one of your live streams the other night, Paul. I wasn't even aware of it, actually, to be fair, but I stayed in London over the weekend and spent a lot of time with a good friend of mine, Alex Foti, who told me that there was some talk about me on one of your channels and on one of your streams, and I watched it yesterday morning.
Sure. What did they say?
You know, they were just saying that you know, I'm full of shit, and you know, I'm a drama queen, and I make stuff up, and everything I say is made up. They were asking why it's always me that gets robbed. What is it about me? So I want to answer those questions tonight. I want to address those people. If they've got the arsehole, they can come on here now and speak to me face to face. I doubt they will.
Paul, Stephen Manosh, $5.
Haters.
Paul, can you do Arthur Daly? I used to like Arthur Daly. You know, that was George Cole who played Arthur Daly. I also liked Route into Europe, that TV show. You remember Route into Europe? Did you ever see that?
I didn't see that, no.
Yeah, that was a great. He did. I thought George Cole was a great actor. Very,
one of the
very
best.
cool.
One of the best.
He's unfortunately he's no longer with us.
Yeah.
But just a great guy. Pavel, $5. Thanks for coming on, Paul. You're a good sport with plenty of insight. Let me ask you something, Paul. I'm going to ask you some quick questions. Let's keep these quick and flowing. Do you fit? You made a comment to me which actually disturbs me to this day. You said to me, I made a comment that the Rolex AD wouldn't give me a catalog. You said they won't even let me in the door. Do you find the real authorized dealers for Rolex dislike you, Paul? Why would they dislike you?
Probably because I'm a different world to them. It's like, you see, Paul, my philosophy in life has always been that there's more money and happiness in friendship than there is in enemies.
Sure.
Okay, so at the end of the day, I've tried to spend my life making friends rather than enemies. Just 1 second.
No, that's okay. Very quickly, guys, we've got an exclusive. We've got the Paul Thorpe, the watch legend. No, that's
just
cool.
one of my daughters texted me this time, and it always worries me.
No, I understand.
I've always spent my life trying to make friends, and I see more money in friendship as well. The reason that Rolex dislike me, Paul, is because I think they dislike me is because they fear me. They fear me. People fear people that tell the truth.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I'd have to say, I think the Swiss, they are very, very. I mean, people come to me and they say, "Oh, should I get a Rolex or should I get this?" You know what? I don't get a commission. They don't pay me one brass razoo for me if you buy a Rolex as opposed to a Lange or some other brand.
Hey, listen, let me butt in here. I think I gotta ask the question on everyone's mind. Buying Rolex at retail, a good idea still?
100%.
100%.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Interesting.
As many as you can.
If you can get them, even things like the day date, which were traditionally hard to sell, there's waiting lists for yellow gold day dates. Any day date with exotic dials are crazy. The day date. That's an expensive watch. There's more money in this world now than there's ever been in history.
My friend just got a two-tone Datejust, Jubilee, fluted bezel, champagne dial.
Very boring watch.
It is actually, it looks really good.
It does.
Yeah, it's for his wife. What?
Ron, can I go back and answer Ron's
Retail.
question?
Sure, go ahead.
Please.
Ron, a couple of things with Anthony. First of all, that one of the advantages or disadvantages or whatever it is you might want to call it, that I would have had over 99.9% of the people that watch my video with him is that I know Anthony, or I've spoken to Anthony on very many occasions before this happened. Now, I don't care what anyone says or what anyone likes to think they would say. When you are interviewing or when you are trying to do a very difficult interview with someone that you have a friendly relationship with, firstly, that's quite difficult. The second thing is Anthony and I had an agreement. Look, no one else in the YouTube world was going to get that video, was going to get that interview.
No.
Anthony gave me that video because he trusted me.
Yeah, it was like when Frost got Nixon.
Yeah, I didn't want to betray. Look, I don't betray people, Ron. Right? Okay, so
don't forget too. Nixon paid for that interview. Sorry, Frost paid for that interview. He mortgaged his house and everything he had to get that interview.
Well, and I would argue the TPG Paul Thorpe interview was almost more relevant because that was done in the midst of a crisis, whereas Frost Nixon, by the time that happened, no one really cared about Nixon or Watergate anymore. So that was almost boring compared to the TPG Paul Thorpe interview, in my opinion.
The thing is, what I wanted to do, and I told Anthony before, that he would live or die by his own words. I will put the questions to him and I would allow him to answer them in his own way, how he wanted to answer them. If I went into detail and battled and argued with each question that each answer that he gave, we'd have probably only got through 2 questions.
Just very quickly, Mark P at $9. Paul, great work on trying to get discounts for the emergency and support services in the UK and the lost and stolen registered.
And I promise you,
where it's due.
I promise
great
you,
work
I will get
covering the
watch
show.
I promise you, I will get something for our emergency workers.
Hey, you know, let's move away from TPG. I have a question for you guys. The Rolex dive watch, the submarine watch. The name's escaping me. Submarine watch.
Submariner.
Submariner, perfect. Isn't it silly?
Submariner.
Yeah, the submarine dive watch, the one that you can take in the water.
Yes.
Isn't it?
I'm wearing it
silly?
now.
Yeah, but isn't it a little silly to spend so much money on a watch when a Tissot is just as good?
Look, I tell you honestly, Paul, we're not here. Sorry, Ron, we're not here to say you can do whatever you want. You know what? If you want to be the cool guy, if you want to be the one the girls look at, you wear Rolex. Winners wear Rolex. Simple as that. You know what? This is all a waste of money. It's all a waste of money. You know what? We should all buy Hyundai i30s. We should all buy the cheapest possible food we can get, the cheapest cut of meat, the absolute cheapest, because at the end of the day, we want to leave as much as possible behind.
Archie actually spoke with some girls. They don't really care about Rolex, apparently. Damn.
Very quickly, Tanzeel, $5. AC3 took delivery of the, Tanzeel took delivery of the 126610 LN. That's the same as mine. Ooh. Do you love your sub date or are you having buyer's remorse? Let me tell you this here, Tanzeel. I never really appreciated the date. A friend of mine, I had to drop it off in Hong Kong for him. It was the maxi case 116610. The black bezel, black dial. On the plane, I had that watch for 2 days. It made me realize that watch is amazing. That watch is amazing. It's not about the sum of the parts. It punches it's just such a cool watch. You could just put it on. You could go anywhere. You could wear this with a suit. You can go anywhere you want. It's the accessibility of it, which is amazing. Paul, you're a big sea dweller, man. You like this deep sea, the deep sea. You got the deep sea.
I love the deep sea, Paul. But listen, I've come on here tonight for difficult questions. Where are my haters? Where are my detractors? Where are
suddenly they're being soft cock. These are soft.
They're being soft cock. Come on, get on. You've got the link. Come on now.
Okay, here we go. Tanzeel, I love the watch. I absolutely love it. Always loved it. From when I got it Just perfect. Omar, $10. Paul, my father has a large wrist but insists on wearing a 36 mil Patek that looks like it belongs on my grandma's wrist. How do I talk him into wear? You can't. You can't tell another man
what you've got to do
what
is
to do.
what you got to do is in today's world. What you have to do is you've got to tell your dad, Omar, that these days women relate the size of a man's watch to their manhood, and he may change it.
Ain't that the truth? Yeah.
He may change it.
Anthony Napolitano, $2. Tim Call Roman, let's get him on the show. we got. I honestly, I don't care who comes on, but I like to honor Paul. I think we've got to get some really good questions for Paul. I got nothing against Roman. Roman's a great guy. I'd like to keep the spotlight on Paul.
I want to pay a tribute to a friend of mine who stuck up for me on your show the other night.
Yeah.
Alex Foti at Perpetual Time.
Yes.
I was unaware of the conversation that had gone on with you guys and some of your viewers with Alex. And Alex, I viewed Alex as a friend before I watched that stream. I now value him as a loyal friend. And the reason is because Alex put my side of the story perfectly for me without me being there. Now, Alex is a man with an exceptional reputation within the industry that spreads right across the United Kingdom and further. He's one of the finest watchmakers that the United Kingdom has to offer. He's a very talented individual. Alex Foti is not going to risk his reputation by supporting someone that he doesn't believe in. The man had only met me once, but he knows of my reputation. He's known me for years. He knows what the trade say, what the whispers say, what the circle says. And Alex stuck up for me. And I'll never forget that. I'll never forget, because I'm a loyal individual and I appreciate Alex's loyalty. But I want to answer those questions tonight for my detractors. Why is it me that gets robbed, Paul? Why was it me? It's not just me, Paul. Alex was absolutely right. I'm just the only one that talks about it. I've got friends,
yeah.
Paul, I've got friends right now that are dead.
Yes.
They can't talk about it. I talk about it on their behalf. I see so much badness in this world. I see so much evil in this world and in this industry at times. And I battle with that every day, because half of the people that watch my channel don't know the things that I have to get involved in and the battles that I have to take up to keep my channel going, to keep it afloat and to keep everything going. Paul, I'm trying to do my best for everyone in this business for reasons that some people understand or have sussed out for themselves. Other people still haven't got it.
Very quickly, Tanzil, $5. Ron the Shrink, what interview was softer, Oprah and Meghan Markle or Paul Thorpe and TPG?
I'll defer on this one.
Okay, Anthony Napolitano, $2. Mute Ron the Shrink. He's ruining the vibe.
That's not enough money.
That's not enough money to mute him. Tea and Tickers, £5. A panel full of legends, thank you. And Lone Star, watch collector, $5. Took delivery of the black GMT Master. I think it's underrated as heck. I reckon that's a great buy. Well done. Paul, I want to ask you a couple questions there. We've got hyperinflation. Inflation's about to explode. Do you think if inflation explodes and goes crazy like the 70s, because we're both 70s boys, will the price of Rolex come down or stabilize?
No.
Or will it keep going?
Look, Paul, stability is possible.
Yep.
And maybe one or two models that perhaps have been a little bit overhyped in the past can maybe just level out or drop a little bit. The biggest danger for me, Paul, and some people just don't get this. One of the reasons that I keep battling against the bad guys is because the biggest danger for me that Rolex and all luxury watch brands have standing in front of their very eyes are the robberies, is the crime, the money laundering, etc., that's going on behind the scenes. It's getting to the point where London has become the Wild West. I released a video this evening. If anybody hasn't seen it, go and watch it. I released it 2 or 3 hours ago. It's had about 7,000 views already.
Tim S, $5. Paul T, not sure if you have serious detractors. I know you have comment trolls, and the fact you get peeved keeps them going.
I know, but you know what? I'm never. I always look. I should ignore them. They don't actually upset me. They just piss me off, to be honest, because like they just don't know the truth.
£1.80 AC3. When are you going to London? Oz is a backwater. I got to tell you, I'll go to London when I can. It's just
Paul,
a little bit.
I have an official invite from me to you to come to the London Watch Show.
When is the London Watch Show? Give me the time.
London Watch Show is March the 18th and 19th, I believe, 18th to the 20th. Paul, if you can come to the London Watch Show, I will ensure that your accommodation is paid for.
Hey, that sounds a good deal.
Okay, so
I think you should pay for the flight as well, my friend.
Well, Australia's a long way, and I'm not feeling that generous tonight. I'll tell you what, give me another couple of glasses. But Paul, I will pay to put you up. I will pay for your food. I will pay for everything whilst you're here.
I think it would have been cheaper to pay for the flight. Forget the food.
Well, if you can get a sensible flight, I'll sort it out for you.
That's a joke. That's a joke.
But I'd like you to come to the London Watch Show, Paul, because I think it's time that the whole watch community got together, and there were no lefts and rights and different factions. I want to put everyone together.
No, I completely understand that. Sean W, £2.80. Paul enjoyed the Robbery trilogy. Cops let you down.
Oh yeah.
I got to be honest with you, Paul. I've been really. I don't actually like your videos on the robberies. Okay. Because the thing that really irritates me is the way the cops say to you, I hope you didn't do anything stupid, Paul, this time. You should have said the only thing stupid I did is calling you villains. You know. The
thing is, Paul, is something that I've got to say, right?
And I mean, the stories, I got to be honest with you, it's turning that way. I think America's different. Australia hasn't quite crossed that, but you do have to be careful what you say to the police, and it shouldn't be like that. It's the story where you told me that they were waiting in the car around the corner. They were told to wait until backup came.
Yeah.
That's just pathetic.
Paul, look, it's not good. But one thing I will say because, like, look, I've given the police here an hard time, right? I really have given them an hard time. But I think I will say that deep down, I still love the police. I still love them in many respects. Most of the guys that work in a police force, but look, they work under rules. And I understand, look, if that was my daughter in the car and she was a serving police officer, our police officers aren't armed, right? Okay, I don't want my daughter, if she was a police officer, approaching some nutcase with an axe with like nothing, no means of really defending herself. So I do get that. Get that. But what I don't get is the fact that we're not allowed to defend ourselves.
Paul Thorpe is like the Rodney King of England, kind of.
Ken Fresno, $5. Mr. Thorpe, would a man who only owns Look at Me hype watches and a girl-size Explorer be a tosser or a wanker?
Not at all.
Tanzeel, $10. Paul Thorpe, if brought up a disciple that gave you 70,000 Canadian to, then they stabbed you in the back and stole your sponsors, customers, and leads, how would you deal with them?
I don't really get the question, to be honest.
So if you had a protege, like a disciple who you were training up in the wings, and you gave them 70,000 Canadian. Okay, what he's talking about is Pugsley. You know that Pugsley guy. That what's his name? Marco. I let him come in. He was a nobody before he came on my show. I made $70,000 for him, and he stabbed me in the back. How would you handle this?
Do you want the honest answer, Paul?
Please, be honest with me. Be honest with me, Paul.
I'm a forgiving individual, and I'm a realist. Life is all about making money, and at the end of the day, I wouldn't be happy that someone stabbed me in the back necessarily, but I'd look at the reasons why they felt the need to.
I think you'd roll up your sleeves and give him a wibbly wobbly.
Depends. It depends, Ron. You know, I mean, look, it takes a lot to piss me off.
A lot of the problem is, Paul, a lot of these youngins here, they also stabbed Timmy in the back, didn't they, Timmy? You've still got
Paul,
knife wounds.
Paul, let me ask you something. I'm
Yes.
not sticking up for anyone or having a go at anyone, but
Sure.
the individual we're talking about, how old is he?
Yes.
Do you know? I don't even know.
How old
for
is
sure.
he?
Yeah, what is he?
23.
23 years old. Was you a prick when
Yes.
you was 23? You can be a prick now, Paul. So
Yeah,
I don't know what you was like at 23.
I agree with you. I've tried to patch things up with him, but you know, they just you know, I feel very used. Okay,
Look,
I feel used.
Paul, but get over it, Paul. Look, there's worse things in life. At 23, people make mistakes. People make mistakes at 53. Right? Okay.
Yeah,
At the
I
end
understand.
of the day,
No, you're the bigger man, Paul. You are John Reddy, €5. Come to London in March, Archie. It would be great to meet you two lads here on Saturday. Let me see what I can do. I got to pitch it to the missus. Thomas Burdett, £9. Paul, if Rolex didn't exist, would you still be interested in watches? Was Rolex being the bread and butter of your business to make some profit the motivation behind loving watches so much?
I love Rolex as a brand. Yes, 99% of my business was Rolex. Would I still be interested in watches? Absolutely, because Rolex are not my number one interest. What I would say is that you know, I think for me, I used to enjoy making people happy, Paul.
Ooh, I got to tell you, Paul.
You see how I run my YouTube channel?
Yes.
It's how I run my
You know,
business.
one of the best interviews I ever saw with you was when you interviewed that car dealer. You know, the car dealer. I think he had some classic cars. He's a middle-aged guy, and he was just a real. You could see he's achieved a lot, and he was the way you guys interacted. I think he was trying to talk you into the Morgan. It's not a bloody MG. You Americans, it's not a bloody MG. You wouldn't be interested. It's got a wooden frame. Okay. They use timber frame in it. Okay. So you Americans, you wouldn't be interested. That Morgan, the Moggy, I thought that Moggy looked really, really, really cool there. He was a cool guy. And I got to say, Paul, it took me a while to get to understand you, but I think you're a really great guy in the industry. The community needs you. The community needs you.
Community.
Let me ask you this, Paul. Rolex itself there, I'll be honest with you, I've become very disillusioned. People come to me and say, I'd like to get a Rolex. I believe the Rolex ADs, let me just tell you this, Paul. If they wanted to sell local and to foster serious people getting it, they could do certain things so real people in their community could get Rolex. But they want to sell to the big guys. They want to sell to the VIPs who buy 20 watches. They want to sell your garbage, and then you get Rolex as a treat. It's like a sweetie. It's a sweetie. That's what it is. And I honestly, I don't believe Rolex ADs are trying hard enough to actually get watches to enthusiasts, watches to people who really should be getting them. And I think this is going to bite them in the ass, Paul. It's my view.
Archie, I have to disagree. I have to disagree. I was at the Rolex AD, and I was talking to one of the the managers there. And we had there was a really irate customer who came in. He was all upset about the waiting list and was freaking out. And you know, when the customer left, like the manager turned to me and he said, "That guy's never gonna get a Rolex. Like we don't want to sell watches to people with that kind of attitude."
I don't blame him. I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. You don't want to deal with angry. Sabre Mark 42, £1.80. Marco is now training dogs. He stole the breeds. Toyota Mo, $5. Really great to see Mr. Thorpe on the stream. Paul, you are welcome here any time you like.
Thanks, Paul.
We really do love you.
But
Watches 24.
I'm waiting. I'm still waiting for people that like to have a dig at me to come and have a dig.
Ask the hard questions.
Paul is David Khalil, an underrated watch YouTuber. Yes, he is. David's a very knowledgeable young man. I think, to be fair, I think that David is stuck between a rock and a hard place because he's a watch dealer and he's a very busy watch dealer. I know that he would love to make more content. But unfortunately, I think due to his the stature and the how busy he is as a watch dealer, it makes it very difficult for him.
Here we go. Tanzil, $10. Paul Thorpe, who was more foolish when you believe the fake Daytona release and you made a video about it as the latest Daytona, or when Tim called up Jewelers on Time and got the sponsorship from under AC? Did you get a deal of sponsorship with Jewelers on Time, Tim?
It's just messing with you, man. I'm not in Australia.
That's a good one. I'll take.
They're in America. Jewelers on Time is in America. They're in
He's
America.
just messing with you. He likes.
I think
I don't know. I never called.
Yes, go on, Paul. I think he's having a go at your Daytona release.
I'll take the hit for that one. Listen, guys, if I get something wrong, I'll stick my hands up. Honestly, I really don't care. Do you know something? Something my dad, bless his heart, taught me when I was a very young boy. He said, Paul, if you can admit when you're wrong, people will always respect you. And I've never, ever forgot it.
Yes, I totally understand. Huff on Smash, $5. Paul Thorpe, did you reevaluate inviting Tim Wright once he arrived with his drunken marathon live streams? Can we get AC3 to London in March? Yes, Huff on Smash.
I've got to tell you
100%.
something. Tim in London over the weekend.
I think that sold it.
An absolute
if
legend.
anything, right?
I mean, it was just. I mean, the guy has just got Duracell batteries that have got extra life Duracell batteries inside them. I don't know how he does it, honestly.
I 100% agree there. I got to tell you, Paulie, one thing about I do love my sleep, Paulie. I do love my sleep. Your good friend Alex there, he said, oh, why don't you come on at 6 p.m. my time? I said, Alex, that's 3 a.m. my time. He goes, yeah, that's right. I said, no, Alex. No. I do like my sleep there. Paul, sorry, here we go. Stephen Monash, $5. Paul, how low must bow my head to get a Rolex Air King? Do I need a kneeling pad?
Well, yes. Stephen, look, I've got videos over on my channel that you can have a look at that might help you. Unfortunately, some of them are a little bit out of date these days because, like, the stakes, the goalposts are moved, Paul, right? But an Air King shouldn't be like, you might have to bow. I'm not sure you have to get on your knees. Well, depends on the.
NV Scotsman, $3. Arch, ask Paul Thorpe if he thinks the leads are weak.
The leads are weak.
The leads, explain.
Just say the leads are weak, Arch.
It's a reference to it's a movie. Glengarry. It's got Alec Baldwin in it. It's the leads that they were selling real estate, swamp real estate, and that they had these leads, which it's a thing from that because every super celebrity. It's a parody because what happened was Marco stole my good VIP donators. He started sucking up to them. See, I was lazy and he would give them extra value services that I wasn't giving. Like he'd say, your collection is amazing. He'd have all their good collections on file where I was sloppy and just treated everyone the same, where he was following up the leads. And that's when I called him out on it, the community kind of throws it back at me all the time. The leads are weak. The leads. See, because as we speak now, Tim is actually texting all the people in the comments there because he's trying to build up
I didn't say a word.
Rapport with his channel. See, his channel's sinking like the Titanic. So what he has to do is chat to them. See, I don't even engage with my audience. Matt Devonish, £4.50. Paul, are you confusing banter with trolls, i.e. tan? Banter, trolls, ignore. Plenty of people tuning in to watch you tonight.
Matt, I think I know the difference between a troll and someone that's. I mean, listen, I like a bit of banter and I like a wind up, but I know the line when it's.
Fair
I know they're
Pony
lying.
watches $5. Like to congratulate Tim on getting Jewelers on Time sponsorship. Well done, Timmy.
You know what? At this point, I might as well email them.
Yes,
just jot
please
this
do.
down.
Yeah, and see, yeah, do that.
Yeah.
And yeah, Jewelers on Time. Kenny Nguyen's the guy to ask for.
Paul, how many do we have watching tonight? I can't.
We've got about 300, just under 300. The
Okay.
Chili
we have a big
Badger.
problem here, though. I know that the Paul Thorpe, you're here to address your detractors. The most eloquent and acerbic of your detractors is a guy named Marcelo, and I know everyone was waiting for this battle of wits, so I want to know where he is.
Marcelo doesn't hate Paul Thorpe.
What?
Marcelo, come online.
I know he wanted to battle wits with Paul Thorpe, and I think we got to see it.
Here we go. The Chili Badger. I've been lucky enough to meet Tim and Paul, both complete gentlemen. Tim has a bulletproof liver, come to London Arch, handshaking, waiting on, and Chili. You know what, Paul? And what we could do is, Paul, we could set up a little booth there. We could sell autographs there, Paul. You know what I mean? And autographs and kisses, Paul. I'm not scared. A little bit of rough. Paul, I'm not scared. A little bit of rough.
You're not my type, mate.
We could charge the punters.
No, Paul,
$5
hold on.
autograph
Paul,
or a
I don't
kiss.
charge anyone for anything.
We missed Watch and Pray super chat.
Well, Watch and Pray. We missed Watch and Pray. Where's Watch and Pray? Watch and Pray. We did that one. Oh, here we go. Watch and Pray. Sir Thorpe, exit strategy for your safe queen. Sell later or pass down. Most valuable safe queen.
Very good question. The honest answer to that, and I'll try and keep it short, is that they were the majority were to pass down to my beautiful grandchildren. My most valuable safe queen is a 5712. Will I ever sell any of them before I plan to? You know what? Possibly. You know, it's been going through my mind lately because
it depends what Marinaro releases.
Well, my grandchildren are growing up, and then
what Ferrari comes out. Ferrari.
No. Those days are over, Paul. I've had my day. It's time for other people now.
Oh, okay. That's fair comment there. Toyota Mo, $2. Kenny Nguyen said he's happy to have Tim on board. There we go. Toyota Mo. Actually, Tim, you know what? Maybe go for it. Maybe just go for it. That'll be I give you permission to go after that lead. That lead. You can have that lead. Tanzeel, $10. It's so sad that Archie is so behind on Jewelers on Time has put their ad on Tim Wright and Perf Luxury channels. But ArchieLuxury is sinking faster than his credit score. Yes. Omar, $10. Tim, thanks for the text. Made me feel special. And yes, I would love a watch collection review. Thank you. Thomas Burdett, £4.50. Paul, you give honest advice to people. What would be the best way to get you would want to please a newbie customer with a 2,000 budget? What's your recommendation? Keep saving, lovely.
Thomas, really hard, you know, like 5, 6, 7 years ago, I might have been able to help you, you know, but today my advice would be keep your money in your pocket.
Would you get a Tudor?
Look, that depends on the individual. Possibly, if he was happy with the Tudor, but if
probably
he really
£2 not enough, is it? 2,000 not enough.
Well, pre-owned maybe he's going to pick something up, but the problem with a lot of people is that they spend the $2,000 that they've got on a watch they don't really want.
Yeah.
So
Marcelo's here. I think the showdown is ready to go down. Let's post a link for Marcelo.
Tanzeel, $10. Paul Thorpe. I don't know why you'd even mention Marcelo. I was just happy that he wasn't on the stream. Do you understand that?
Listen, the punters are demanding this showdown and this battle of wits. We've been waiting for it, Paul.
Do you know how long Paul Thorpe says he doesn't charge anyone, but I believe when the channel was rebooted, he was charging for advice through subscriptions on how to become a dealer. Thoughts?
That's incorrect. I will clarify that 100%. When I rebooted the channel, I did have a paid for advice service for a few weeks, but I stopped it, Paul, for you.
Toyota Mo, $2. Tim, is it time to renew my fridge advertisement?
There's a rumor going around that Marcelo told Paul Thorpe to go screw up himself.
I don't think he ever said that. But we'll get him on. I posted the link. He's not coming on. Neo, $5. Mr. Thorpe, when when you are wearing your favorite watch, is it boxers or briefs? Keep rocking, man.
Boxers.
We like your content. And RRR $2. Even this got a Jewelers on Time sponsorship, Arch. Thank you. And Ken Fresno $2. Tim, artwork for the digital fridge is approved. What's going on, Tim? Tim. Hello, Tim. You got no sound. No sound.
Oh. Yes, it is. Thank you.
Yeah.
I want to know who's Marcello. Get him on. Come on.
This is Marcel.
Hey,
You got nothing against
Marcello.
Paul Thorpe, have you?
Yeah, and by the way,
you're welcome, everyone. See ya.
I was late because of you guys' fault. I thought you were going to start 9 o'clock.
I know, because Paul wanted to come on early because it's late. It's early and it's late at nighttime in the UK. Tanzeel $10. Paul Thorpe, when you rebooted your channel, subscribers spiked, but then you hid the numbers. Archie claimed foul that you were cheating and buying subs. Thoughts?
I did hide the subscriber numbers. I don't really know why I did that, to be honest with you, but I've never bought subs. I'm not even sure that you can, Paul, can you?
You can.
Okay.
You can.
Well,
have a talk to your mate there, Bark and Jack. He knows about those.
Oh.
Subs. Look,
Marcello, people are telling me that you're a detractor. Give it to me. I'm here.
Oh, wow. What? I mean, so far, Tim knows something that I said before. I mean, it seems I'm getting targeted lately, but.
Hey, here we go. Pine Baron. Pine Baron's been very good yesterday. Greetings from Seoul. Tried super chatting to both of you, but it won't let me do it in Korea. At least that's the story I'm sticking to. Paul, I'm going to fire some questions at you now, okay?
Go on.
Okay, here we go. TPG, marketing genius or moron?
Neither.
How bad for the industry do you think his stunt he pulled was?
Very sad.
Give me a second to think about that.
Yeah.
I think for the YouTube viewers, it didn't help. But I think the vast majority of people really kind of get that it was just a complete cock-up.
Do you think he needs to be a bit more humble?
Not for YouTube. It seems to be.
I'm talking to Paul. I don't need to talk to you, Tim.
Yeah.
I'm talking to Paul. This is a once in a lifetime.
I think that's right. I think for YouTube, no, but I think in his business, if he spoke to his customers sometimes in the fashion that he comes over on YouTube, it might give him a problem.
Paul, what's your honest opinion on Rolex as a company? Do you think they are misguided in disliking the grey market? Do you think they are just too old-fashioned and don't give a shit, or do you think they've got serious beefs?
I don't think Rolex in Geneva do dislike the grey market. The crime is not being in the grey market. The crime is being caught. It's the authorized dealers that don't like the grey market, not Rolex in Geneva. Rolex need the grey market just the same as we need Rolex in Geneva.
Does Rolex realize that?
Of course they do.
Because one classic case is Pam. They had a situation where, because they used a lot of ETA movements, a lot of super fakes were coming out.
Yeah.
And
Archie, sorry, I need a link for beer.
Okay.
I'm sending it to him right now.
Pam came out and said, if you want to guarantee an authentic watch, always buy from an authorized Pam retailer. That's what their answer was, which was absolute bullshit. The market just couldn't handle
Paul,
that.
I've heard more bullshit come out of authorized dealers' mouths than anyone else in my life. Some of the crap that some of the people that work for authorized dealers come out with is mind-boggling to anyone that knows the watch industry, the watch business, or indeed the watches themselves. Look, I'm not angry with them for that. They're fighting their corner, right? But
tell me this, Paul. Do you think Rolex?
Wait a minute. Cool. Look. Let's call it right. When people working behind a counter with a Rolex badge on, okay, they've been in there was insurance 12 months ago, or there was a plumber right? Whatever they was. No disrespect to anyone in those industries, but please don't then tell my customers that they shouldn't be buying a watch from me when I know more about watches than they'll ever know in their lifetime. It's an insult to another person's profession.
Ken Fresno, $2. Arch, turn the Marcelo translator on for Paul.
Yeah, I've got to be honest,
Woody.
I didn't really
Woody's
understand.
one of our characters there. Say hello, Woody.
Hey, Woody.
And we've got Toyota
Little
Mo,
shy.
$10. Mute Marcelo for 10 minutes.
Watches.
This
Paul,
guy.
Oh, we got Mike the Snake
I
is
don't
on there
want
as
any
well.
drama.
Mike the Snake is here. He's a good guy here. Let me just.
Hello, Archie.
Hey, how are you? Great to see you there. I hope you're feeling better, by the way.
I am. Thank you, and it's a pleasure to be back on.
Have you seen the news, Dana?
Okie dokie. Okay. Look, I got to tell you this, Paul. The thing is, we've got Bear Clooney. Bear Clooney is here. Bear is here. We got Paul Thorpe here in the house here. Paul, do you think? I want to ask you this seriously. Do you think the Rolex dealers will ever help locals get Rolex stock, or they're just not interested whatsoever?
Not interested, Paul.
They want the VIPs.
They want the flippers.
They want the flippers.
They want the clever flippers, the flippers that don't get caught. The crime is not flipping. The crime is being caught flipping.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes. I got to tell you, I believe you're right there, Paul. I really do think you're right. Mr. Bear, how are you?
I'm doing great, Paul.
That's
nice to see you. Nice to see
got a little bit
both
of echo
Pauls
here. I don't know
stream.
who the echo is coming from. Who's the echo from? I think it's Mike.
Is it me?
No, I think it is. I think it is you, Bear. Yeah, it's you.
It's not schizophrenia, Paul, is it?
Okay, let me try again.
It's okay. I got to tell you, man. I got to tell you, Paul, I got to say this to you. I don't think the Rolex ADs, they could do so much. They could make stock available to locals as a preference. They could do so many things to ensure sales are done. They're not interested, Paul. They want VVVIPs. They're not interested. And I don't think Rolex really cares either. All of their stock is sold before it hits the store. Isn't that a great business model?
Yeah, I think the problem they've got is right now, Paul, to be fair to them, is that even they ain't getting the stock. So, I think Rolex are turning the screws on them because they know what's going on.
Now,
people have to understand the difference between Rolex and an authorized Rolex dealer, and there is a big difference because they often don't sing from the same song sheet.
Yes, very true point. Pavel, $10, adding 10 minutes. Marcelo, mute to Toyota's heroism, not kick, just mute. Muting for another 10 minutes there. I tend to think you're right, Paul. I think the sad reality is the Rolex ADs, people confuse it with Rolex head office. These are different entities. I made an assumption that this is what I said, there's roughly 1,000 Rolex dealers in the world. I think it's about 1,200 in reality, but say they're trying to push them down. 1,000. If they make 800,000 watches a year, that means 800 watches per dealer. 800. That's the allocation. Do you think that figure is true? Each Rolex. Now, obviously, if you've got more floor space, you get more stock. But on average, it's 800 pieces of stock a year. Do you think that number is accurate or complete bullshit? Be honest with me.
Yeah, I think it's probably fairly accurate, Paul, to be fair. Who knows? Who knows? None of us know. I don't even think the authorized dealers know half the time what they've got coming. But the game has changed so much.
In the back room of the AD, is there Daytona? Is there a Pepsi? Is there a Batgirl?
Yeah, a lot of the time.
Of course it is for me.
How many do you think they've got?
They got a few. They got a few.
I'm buying a new Submariner here in the next few days, and
is that retail or gray market?
I'm buying it gray market. I'm paying out the wazoo for it.
Saber Mark 42, Saber 42, £1.80. Paul, is the 16-7-10 Pepsi as perfect as I think? This is for Paul Thorpe. That's the
Lovely watch.
pre-ceramic.
Yeah,
Pre-ceramic.
beautiful watch. Beautiful watch.
They were nothing special 15 years ago.
Paul, I was buying them at one stage for like, I can remember paying like 2,800 quid, 2,500 quid for those.
CB, $20. Not all dealers are equal. I know a few that are not playing games. What percentage?
What does he mean by games? That's a question.
This is
I have.
the AD, the VVVIP. He's got to buy garbage.
Can we summarize what is the game? What's the game? What bothers you people?
Bear, let me tell you something. Let's get this right, and let's have a bit of honesty about everyone here, right? If any one of us guys now was an authorized dealer, if you can just pause for a second, everyone watching this, imagine yourself in that privileged position where you're an authorized dealer, and tomorrow you have coming in a brand new stainless steel Daytona and a blue dial steel Sky Dweller. You can sell those for list price to 100 people. You could just put a pin on a piece of paper and sell it to anyone on that piece of paper or whoever's next on that list. Or you can sell it to A, someone that you really like that's on that list, or B, you can someone who you really like that's on that list that's going to give you 50% over its value. As a business person, which one are you going to choose?
Well, to me, that's not the games. That's a normally doing business. I look at the ADs rewarding the customers who spend most of the money. Why should somebody walk in and buy, let's say, a steel sub without any purchase history, while I spend so much money with that AD during a certain period of time, and now I cannot get that because they don't want to play games?
Yeah.
To me, it's not playing games. It's just doing a business in accordance to the way we do business. I mean, any business you run, let's say you have a restaurant, or let's say you're running any type of business, right? You will always have the VIPs.
Yeah.
And you will always have the preferential treatment for VIPs.
Correct.
So ultimately, when it comes down to the ADs, and I'm speaking now only within experience with my AD, if I spent with that AD, let's say, $1 million in 5 years, I should definitely have a preferential treatment. I don't see that.
Mike the Snake, $2. Make sure to subscribe to the Tim Wright YouTube channel. Thank you.
Bear, I agree with you 100%.
Thank you, Mike the Snake.
I don't have any problem. I don't have any problem with there being VIPs, preferred customers, etc. But just be honest. On my behalf. Just be honest about it. Don't fill me full of shit about buying a load of other watches or a load of old crap that I don't want that's in the shop window. Don't feed me that bullshit.
Saber Mark 42, £1.80. Tim is on his way to being an AD. Hashtag just in time. Hashtag the leads. I want to ask you something, Paul.
Don't feed good, honest people lies like that. Tell them the truth.
My experience, to be very honest with you, is that my AD does not play games. Their answer is very simple. The demand on Rolex watches is exceeding the availability, the amount of the watches they get. Therefore, they are in a position they have to be carefully choosing who are they allocating those watches to. That's not game. That's a reality. As much as Paul Pluta has an issue with that, I frankly don't care. Paul Pluta spent $0 with ADs. Why should they even give him a catalog? They shouldn't give him a catalog. My comment is really in relation to people are very fast to call those Rolex AD games. Every business, including yours, Paul, has VIPs. You got VIP tags to enter behind the scenes at the London Watch Show. You have in any business category of people that have a preferential treatment. So to me, that's just doing a regular business. And I honestly speak only on behalf of the AD I deal with.
Mike the Snake, $2. Tim's channel is better than AC3. Please sub. Please sub to the ArchieLuxury channel so we can catch up. He's taken all the leads. CB, $20.
Somebody's doing that on my
That doesn't
behalf.
matter. As long as the money comes in, I don't really care. Money games is not to have preferred customers. Games is when watches go out the back door.
Yeah.
Kelly, how you doing?
Kelly's in the chat. Kelly? Oh, hi, Kelly. Hi, nice to see you.
And so I think
games is like
she says that Paul is bare wristing tonight. You have no watch on your wrist, Paul?
I'm at home. I don't keep watches at home, mate.
And guess what? I'm not wearing anything either tonight.
I'm kind of not wearing anything.
Paul, you said Omega is for men who pee sitting down. Even Speedmaster wearers too.
That's tongue in cheek. I'm only kidding.
Susan Chesterfield III, £1.80. Mike the Snake or someone is making a rustling noise. That's bear. That's
not
bear.
Me.
That's the bear. That's the bushes. That's the
Diego
bushes
M, $5. Paul, I got 2 steel sports models with no purchase history. He's got a 124270. That's an Explorer 1 and a 126610. No games here. It can happen. So does the Tooth Fairy. So can the Tooth Fairy, Diego.
Diego, can I take a guess, Diego? Was your salesperson a lady by any chance?
Yes, it was.
I think she liked you, my friend.
Fancies you.
He's very cute.
Let me say this to you, Paul. The thing is this: do you think Rolex? It's quite obvious. Rolex watches at retail are underpriced. Okay.
Yeah.
If Rolex doubled the price tomorrow, so instead of a Submariner being say £6,000, they made it £12,000. Would that solve the supply and demand problem, or would it just rise everything in the secondary?
Do you know what, Paul? It's a great question. Honestly, to give a proper answer, I'd have to think about that very hard. But it would be, look, if I was in charge at Rolex, that's potentially what I would do. Because why would I have a product that I can sell, that I'm selling for $6,000, that I'm selling for $6,000, and the guy that I sells it to walks out the door and sells it for 12? I mean, I'd be tempted to say, well, I'll tell you what, I'll sell it to you for 10. But that's what a lot of the authorized dealers are doing anyway.
Showcase watches, £1.80. IP sitting down, caressing my Omegas with pride. We got the Devils joined us. The Devils. Say hello to Paul.
Hey.
The devil is here.
So the devil himself?
Yeah.
Listen, guys, just regarding the sports models, you can pretty much have any sports model you want as long as you are prepared to sell me your soul. That's all I've got to say on the matter. Okay, have a great day, guys. Bye.
Take care, devil.
Welcome to Archie.
Satan Deville. Satan Deville.
I didn't think that's what the devil sounds like. A little bit.
So Marcello, I didn't
sounds like anything you like.
I didn't understand what you said earlier on. Do you want to say it again, because I didn't understand it?
I don't know. Nobody does. Nobody does.
If you wanted to have a pop at me, I'm here, mate. I'm all yours.
No, actually, I actually like you. I actually was watching your channels all the time.
It's just messing with you.
Can I have a pop at you, Paul? Do you mind if I have a little pop at you?
Yes.
Go for it, mate. Fine,
okay, so I'm going to tell you what my issue is. I was your viewer exactly as Tanzil from very beginning when you were making those very rudimentary but yet very interesting and informative videos in your car. I think if you ask me for the criticism that I'm going to give you, I'm starting to sense a certain level of sensationalism in your YouTube channel. I don't want to equate that to yellow journalism, but there is elements of it. And I do understand there is a lot to do with profiling, with clickbait, with number of views. So I'm not going to be harsh, but I think that partially you're getting a really good hits on the sensationalist, stolen Rolex, stolen this, kind of like a little bit too much of it for my taste.
Okay.
whatever. I mean, I am talking only on my own opinion. I, for example, disagree with Paul that your interview with TPG was, as you call it, soft cock. I think you did a great job. I think this is your strength. You do great interviews. And I think you do make some really good service for the watch community on giving proper information, how to buy watches smart, how to play safe. So if I have any criticism, it is that sensationalism component.
Thank you for that. I take it on board. I'd love to answer that question. Do you know something, Bear? It's like I made a video on Sunday it was our Remembrance Sunday here this weekend. And
same for Canada. Same for Canada.
Yeah, I made a video that was like, it wasn't very long. I think it was about like 5, 6 minutes, 8 minutes long. Do you know what? I thought it was a great video. Right, I really loved it. I'm quite proud of the video that I made. Nobody watched it.
It doesn't rate.
Nobody watched it.
You know what, Paul? I got to say this to you, Mr. Thorpe. This YouTube business, they say they want to be friends and sing Kumbaya. The best ratings and best money I had when I ousted those assholes, those rodents. Let me say, and JJ, you know what, JJ? Fuck you, JJ! Fuck you, fuck you! I don't fucking want your fucking ass ever on my show.
You do realize that you did similar thing last time Mr. Thorpe left? Let's not do the same thing again.
I'm just saying to JJ, I don't want you back. JJ, I don't want you back.
I actually want JJ back, to be very honest with you.
You know why? Because he's a prick
future.
teaser. He's like my first girlfriend. Yeah, we'll get to that. Yeah, it never came. Sweetie, take the fucking thing off or fuck off.
There you go. Tough man.
That's
tough
how
guy.
it went there.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Can I chime in?
No, I would want to take advantage of this opportunity. I don't know.
Would it be all right if I chimed in?
What do you want to say? Quick,
get to the point, dude.
Get to the quick point.
Quick.
To say that it's an honor to talk to Paul in person. I've really enjoyed your videos. They're very informative.
Thank you, Mike.
And you have a very different style. And I very much appreciate you.
Mark 42. £4.50. I'm a Seiko wearer. I pee on the floor of the stool to assert dominance. Question: what's a great two-piece collection? 16710 and a precious Patek? Good question. Yeah, of course. That's a great collection. Let me just say this to you there, guys. I think with Paul Thorpe, you've got to understand this is a business. You make you make good content. Nobody watches it. The best way to help any watch video is put the word Rolex in the title.
Yeah, I think.
Even your mate Bark and Jack, he makes video when he's talking about Amiga, not Rolex.
Bear, I think another thing. Can I just answer Bear's question a little bit more in depth? And Mike, thank you very much for your comments there, my friend.
Sure.
I personally battle with YouTube in many respects. In that
it's impossible.
The algorithms aren't particularly kind to me.
They're not kind to me. They're awful.
So we have to fight. But as far as sensationalism goes, Bear, is that actually, if you actually look at the content of my video, for an example, some people in the trade say to me, Paul, you report too much bad news. Let me tell you something. The bad news that I report is probably about 5% of the bad news I receive.
Wow.
You know what, Paul? If someone always
That's unfortunate.
A journalist said this to me. If you've got nothing nasty to say, keep your mouth shut. Son, news of the fucking world. Remember the news of the fucking world?
But I understand what you're saying.
Showcase watches, £4.50. Don't worry, Paul. We have an interpreter coming soon for Marcelo. The punters feel your pain. We are here for you. We've just had more practice. Thomas Burdett, £4.50. Paul, I know that you love AP. You had an unfortunate incident with the Monteo, but you've got a nice orange dial diver now. What's your ultimate AP?
To get my Montoya back, that's my ultimate AP.
And Uncle Jongo, £1.80. Paul Thorpe brings the truth with the robbery bids.
Oh, I don't question that the integrity and the truth behind it. That's 100%. 100%.
I think
Lone Star
you know,
Watch Collector, £2, $2. Paul, love your work. Hopefully see you.
Thank you, sir.
Dallas.
Thank you very much, Bear. I think what it is with me, my friend, is that I'm actually I go through different phases, trying different approaches to just try and see what works.
Makes sense.
Some
Makes
do,
sense.
some don't.
Yeah. And by the way, guys, if you want to see what a disaster, when you just make nice videos and talk about nice things in a PC way with, you know, middle-aged ladies and that, look at, you want to see a disaster, look at that Elite Luxury. That is a fucking disaster. Paul, if ever you need a really good laugh, right, have a couple of scotches and check out my channel called Elite Luxury. You have about 3 or 4 scotches and you think, fucking hell!
Paul, could you check my YouTube channel?
Say there, Marcelo's YouTube channel. No. Here we go. Marcelo's trying to get his YouTube channel to pop. Yeah. It's been.
Tanzil, which answer would you like me to give to make you the happiest? Whichever one it is, I'll give.
Paul
that
Thorpe.
Answer.
What's Paul Thorpe? What's more soft? Your interview of TPG or the Panerai market?
Whichever one you prefer,
that's
Tanzil.
Nasty. Tell me this, Paul. Do you see the Rolex situation? I see Rolex almost like crypto. It's like a store of currency. In nasty England, you've got nasty fucking inheritance taxes, 40%. 40 fucking percent. I think watches themselves there are an international currency.
Yeah.
What goods can you buy? The problem is you buy a car, it's very hard to take to another country. You got to put it on a vessel. You know, it's a fucking bitch. What can you just go through customs with? Let me say this to you. You can't take a bar of gold through customs. You try going from Canada to the UK with a block of gold. What would happen, Paul?
Yeah, you're going to get pulled.
Money laundering, they'll accuse you of all sorts of things. Watches have become... What other assets are like that? I mean, you've got some other luxury goods. Luxury, like brand name stuff is a bit like that. But watches for men is probably the most... What other things? Can you think of other things like that, Paul?
Well, not really. Because, you know, look, this is...
super chats.
You know... There are lots of elements of play. I've actually been speaking to the BBC for the last week about a lot of this stuff, and there may be something on down the line with that. We'll see.
Susan Chesterfield III, £1.80. Mute Mike the Snake. It's Bear's audio.
It's not my audio. Mute.
It is.
Come on, try it.
It is. Okay, we'll just try that. It's gone. See, there's no hissing. It's the fucking bear. But bear is bear. We just ignore it. We just conveniently ignore
rustling
it
in the
because
woods.
it's the bear. It's the bear. See, it's the bear.
Is it better now?
It's better now, Bear.
It's better.
It is better, Bear.
Okay.
Neo, $5. Mr. Thorpe, if someone in the UK wanted a great deal on a Tudor P01, who can they contact?
Brilliant question, Neo. You can actually, for a P01, you can go into any authorized Tudor dealer, and if you use my poker face walkaway method, you will get a discount. And
Slewer, £5. Paul Thorpe and Bear is who I tune in for. Great fellas and channel. Thank you so much. 450 people watching. Paul, Showcase Watches, £1.80. Paul, have you ever read Luxury? Now, come on, James, just leave that. Just leave that there. I want to ask you something, Paul. This whole thing, the brand market, I'm seeing it. It's getting really, really bad. Cartier is stopping discounts. They're trying to limit the number of retailers. They're having it as a boutique item. Cartier used to discount everywhere. You've got brands like Breitling. They're reducing the discount. You can still get discounts, but reducing. Paul, Omega won't discount Speedmasters, okay?
Yeah, but Paul, the power is in the hands of the people, right? Is that you walk away.
Paul, do you think this thing is going to get worse as time goes on?
Well, only if the people fall for it. I mean, look, at the end of the day, it's very simple. It's really simple. If you walk into an authorized dealer and you want to buy a watch that you know damn well you should get a discount on, and they won't give it to you, say thanks very much, but I know someone that will. See you later.
Paul P, £4.50. Paul,
Mark
we all
P.
hate hearing about the Mark P. Sorry, Paul, we all hate hearing about the watch thefts in London, but that is the reality, and it keeps us aware, which keeps us safe. Paul, when I come to London in March, what watch should I wear? Submariner, Explorer, Milgauss, or a
Explorer
Patek?
too.
Girl-sized Patek. What would
Swatch.
you honestly? Well, I want to wear my
For a
my sub.
G-Shock.
Yeah,
Or
you
the
can wear it, Paul. Look, put it down your pants. Put
Is
it
it
in your
that
bag.
bad? Is it that bad?
No, look, Paul,
No.
look, listen. Look, you live in Australia, right?
Yeah.
One of my big fears is being eaten by a shark, right? I ain't
Yes.
going swimming
Yes.
with a lump of steak
No, I understand, Paul.
strapped to my wrist in the sea, right? Because I know what might happen. So
Yep.
why would you do that walking around the streets in the city where right now it's like
Yep.
the Wild West?
Yeah. I tend to look, I completely get it. You know, Europe is nasty. You've got these
Super cat.
Romanian gypsy gangs actually who target
You have to work with a posse.
It's I tell you honestly, it's very, very dangerous there. Tanzio, $5. Paul Thorpe, what was stolen most this year? Watches in the city of London or Leeds on the ArchieLuxury channel? Ha, 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 ha.
That's funny.
That is funny. Paul, tell me this. Rolex themselves there, is there going to be enough? When will the market have enough watches? Surely it just can't go forever.
Well, I think what it is, Paul, is that all the time there aren't enough watches, people will want them.
Even
more. When there
it's
are
like
enough
the
watches,
Chinese finger thing, you know. As soon as you're trying to pull out, you can't get it off. When you push in, it'll come off.
Yeah, this is the thing. So I think I don't see any change in 2022 with availability whatsoever.
CB, $20. Paul Thorpe, do you own a Patek? Actually, he just revealed he's got a 5712. That's the Nautilus.
Oh,
yes.
Which one?
Wow,
And if not,
nice.
which one?
5712 is my favourite, without a doubt.
It's a
Beautiful.
piece.
Wow.
You got a blue dial one, is it?
Micro
Blue dial?
rotor.
Yeah, but
Bluey.
the thing is, Paul, to be honest with you, I don't wear it because it's too small for me. I don't wear Pateks.
Is it a leather strap or the full bracelet?
Full bracelet.
It's a full bracelet.
Wow. You got it at retail?
I got it for less than retail.
You bought it from a punter?
I've had it for a fair while.
Wow.
Well, they used to sell under retail.
Just under list.
Just
They used to sell
amazing.
that way, yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. Neo, $5. Mr. Thorpe, if I painted the best poker face on, how much of a discount should I be able to get on a P01? 5, 10, or 15?
Okay, so basically most of the authorized dealers, the person that you speak to behind the counter will be authorized to give you 5% themselves. To get any more than 5%, they'll have to go and ask their manager. To get any more than 10%, their manager will have to ask their area manager. It just depends on how determined you are and how much effort you're prepared to put into it. On a P01, look, the way the watch world is, anywhere between 5 and 10% is fine.
Thomas Burdett, £1.80. Paul, what would be the ultimate vintage? What would be your ultimate vintage Rolex? Good question.
I actually really like the proper vintage Rolex going back to the 1930s. I think the octagonal, the 18 karat gold octagonal Rolex, obviously a manual winding watch with a screw down crown, the world's first oyster. That would probably be my favorite. They are absolutely stunning. Signed, beautifully signed inside the case, lovely movements, exquisite watches.
It's like a cushion case?
Like a cushion, but it's not cushion shaped. But the same sort of thickness, Paul, the same sort of diameter, but octagonal.
I actually had an early 1920s cushion case.
Yeah,
it was manual wind.
Yeah,
it was silver,
Mhm.
and I nicked the fucking thing. And I sold it. I nicked it for about $300. This is 20 years ago, and I think I sold it for about 3,000.
Shall I tell you how they did? You know, do you know the story, Paul, about how how the Rolex, even back in those days, particularly during the First World War years, going into the 20s, they wouldn't ship the watches with the movements in. They wanted to case the movements themselves. But UK law, we needed to have them hallmarked, and you'll often find, well, you'll find precious metal and silver watches with different hallmarks: London, Edinburgh, Birmingham, Glasgow, and the cases would be shipped in empty, just the cases. They would go to an assay office in the UK, stamped so sent by sea and by rail. Then the case would go back to Switzerland. They put the movement in, which, by the way, takes about 5 seconds for the untrained.
Yeah.
And then it comes back again.
Yes. Gotta love it, hey?
Mr. Thorpe, regarding the London watch show, is there any way we can assist Mr. ArchieLuxury with his traveling expenses, considering the enormous cost in his fridge repair? I don't think that after this repair he'll be able to afford this trip.
Well, I tell you what, I reckon here's the deal. I will personally pay for Archie's accommodation, and accommodation in London is not cheap, trust me.
That is extremely generous, sir.
I will pay for his accommodation, his food, his drink. I will pay for every single thing that he needs whilst he's in London, apart from any working girls that he might want to get involved with.
Nasty.
That would be amazing. I would love to see Archie in London.
And if the rest of the community wants to chip in and buy Archie a flight, the rest is on me.
Wow, what an offer.
We're going to do that, Paul. We're going to do that.
We definitely will do that. Jamie Opulence, £5. Archie will have his enforcer SARD by his side for security on the London trip. Wear your world time champion. Thank you. That's Jamie Opulence there. I got to tell you, I'd love to come and see it. You actually put on a few shows there, Paul. That's a great event. It's a lot of effort goes into these things. Believe me.
Well, Paul, to be fair, mate, I'm not going to take any credit. You know, look, guys. You know, look, Charlie at the London Watch Show and Spencer, they do their bit. All I do is help promote. I did my own one in Brighton a couple of years back. I'm going to do another one in Brighton next year. That's going to be free to come. Listen, the Brighton show that I put on next year will be absolutely free for everyone to come to. It's not about making money. It's all about...
It's at the end of the pier. It's at the end of the pier in the tent.
Just walk straight on at the end of the pier. Yeah, Tim's been up there. He was at the end of the pier. He was there.
Right. Very easy, very easy.
Tanzil, $10. Paul Thorpe, not sure if you know, but ArchieLuxury is a loyal citizen and passport holder of Her Majesty's United Kingdom. How can we get him a job with Nico? Yes, I don't need a job with Nick.
Yeah, but okay. Paul, as an Australian citizen, right? Yes. We must have sent you out there a long time ago for a very good reason. So,
do they ever have any watch shows in America?
Yes, they do.
They do. Texas, you know, I got dual passports. There you go, guys. That's the Julie.
Wonderful.
And you know, the one I love most is my English. This still gets me into the EU. It's got the EU, so it's got the EU stamp on it. So that still gets me into the EU.
Oh, wow. Actually, so you're also English.
I'm joking. I'm joking. It doesn't get me into the EU. I think it's just like it. But anyhow, there's your two. I got them renewed. I'm ready to go. And I'm double vaxxed. Double vax, so you guys won't catch anything from me.
Did you get the booster shot?
Don't worry, Arch. I won't be catching anything off you whatsoever.
Here we go.
Somebody's asking a link for Nico. Link for Nico, please.
Oh, okay.
That would be
whack
awesome.
that in there. That'll be great. Tanzil. So there we go. Tan, put that comment down. We got Neo, $5. Arch, if you go to London Watch Show, I'll buy you a pair of pink shorts. Triple XL and sunglasses. Thank you, Neo.
That would I wonder who is trying to resemble.
Yes, that's exactly.
But I wanted to take I wanted to take opportunity here with all you guys, the panel, if you guys can also help me increase my subscribers, that would be awesome.
His channel's sinking faster, Paul. You know, he doesn't do the...
Paul, can
he
you drop
doesn't
a
do...
link to his channel so
Drop
some
the
people
link.
can subscribe? It would be nice to help our friends.
When you say drop it, what do you mean drop it?
We just post the link. We post
Post
the
the
link.
Oh, okay, Marcelo. If you somehow I don't know what your channel is, but I'll put it on
It's
my.
called Marcelo Time. It's called
Marcelo,
Marcelo
I put it
Time.
here in the chat. You're going to see.
Okay.
I'm going to post it in the comments. There we go. I'm posting it in the comments now, just so we can try and help this guy, because his channel, I got to be honest with you, it's pretty bad.
Okay.
It's pretty. He's got some
Like that,
interesting
is it?
stuff.
He's
some
got a
good-
beautiful watches. His collection
He
is
does.
remarkable.
He's got a meteorite dial GMT in white gold, and we got Nico Leonard. Have we got?
Holy
Hello,
cow,
Nico.
what a
How are you?
star-filled show.
God tier, mate.
God
How are
tier.
you guys?
Nico, where's your boat race, mate? I can't see you.
Right. I'll give you fucking 5 seconds of this.
Sure.
Yeah.
No,
How are
no.
you guys? Are you well?
All good.
Free super
Yeah.
chat.
Here we go,
Hey,
NATO.
What are you
$3.
doing?
Paul, would you have taken the white AP over the other?
No, I chose the orange. Nico, what are you doing looking at men in bed?
Lo, I'm actually in Germany, mate. I'm in
Whoa.
I'm in Cologne. We're doing a shoot with Cronex tomorrow, which is gonna be absolutely bonkers. And then I'm flying immediately back home. It's fucking mad because I'm in London on Saturday.
Ryan Vlogs Life, $2. UK rooms need to fit the LV trunk and I'm not taking those. They're too heavy. And CB, $20. If Arch gets to the London show, I will help with the working ladies bill. Thank you so much.
There you go. You're all set.
there.
Fuck
Nico,
off,
did you
Archie,
sell
you're
your
making enough
business?
money.
Did you sell your business, Nico? Did you sell your business?
Did I sell fuck Climate Tree?
You sold your business. What
I
happened?
didn't sell my
Climate.
business. What are you talking about? You think I am for sale? Climb a
Clickbait.
fucking tree,
Clickbait.
mate.
$10 million.
No. But I did have an offer of 10 million, not dollars, but more than dollars, to be fair. So,
Holy
but
shit. What do they
I
base
didn't.
that on? What do they base that on?
A lot of things got to do with revenue, my friend.
Is that
Because
for
I
real?
thought it was
Nico,
real because
Nico,
that's the
is that
first
for real?
movie.
Is that for real, Nico? That someone offered you 10 million?
We're in talks at the moment, yeah.
Yeah,
But
take it.
it's not that it's 10 million. Like there's money being pumped in a balance sheet. There's equities. There's incentives. There's all sorts.
Go for it, Nico.
No, I'm not a seller. I need to leave. It's legacy level, mate. I want to achieve something, and it's not just money which is important. It's not about that. It's what impact we can make in the industry.
But Nico, I hope your potential buyer's not watching this. But listen, my friend, you are the business.
Key man business, it's called.
You know what? If I drop dead tomorrow, Pride and Pinion is still selling watches, to be fair, but not as much as they do now. So we need to work on that, and we need to make.
By the way, guys, if there's any investors listening there, 1 million, forget the 10 million, 1 million Aussie, I will gladly take and fight off. 1 million Aussie
Are you
pesos.
selling his YouTube channel?
Hey,
and this live stream?
Archie,
yes.
Super chat, Arch.
I've got to go. I want
Super
to
See you
chat,
later,
Arch.
Mike.
I
Mike
want
the
to say
Snake.
goodbye to both Pauls, Marcelo, Tim. It's always a pleasure. And the bear. I love all you guys, and it was a pleasure to meet Paul.
Thank you.
Paul
Thank
Thorpe
you,
for
Mike.
the first time.
Thank you,
worries,
Mike.
Thank you. Tanzil,
Yeah,
$5.
Paul,
thank you very much.
Rate the following YouTube channels as shiders. See you later there, Mike.
Paul,
Thank you. Yes.
Saturday afternoon, I am briefly in London. Are you about?
Yes.
Possibly. Where are you going to be? Can you say?
Mayfair. We're doing a big
It's
thing.
your posh geezer. He's your posh geezer.
Nico,
No,
what's that? Nico, WhatsApp me.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
like we're We're doing some mad stuff.
Hey,
so
Paul. Hey, sorry, Nico. Look, get 10 for yours. Can you upsell them $1 million for everything I've got, YouTube wise? I'll take it. Okay.
I'm not even going to comment about this.
Yeah, you
My mom told me if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all.
We can upsell them. Okay. Let's see if we can upsell. I'll put you in.
Where the fuck is my logo? Arch, where the fuck is my logo?
Good question.
We're getting the fridge repaired.
Arch, what the fuck?
Oh,
where's my logo?
You're in every video.
Oh, trouble.
Shit.
No, we're in you're in every video.
Yeah, nice,
have a look,
mate. I have your name tattooed on my dick. Shall I show my dick? No, because on my dick. Like, I mean, what the fuck?
No. We've got the fridge coming back.
Nico, listen, Nico.
Every video has your thing on it, actually, but
no, it was live streams.
You got a cardboard fridge.
Nico, I've seen yours, Nico. There was only room for the initials.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
That's true.
Okay, we'll get that fixed. Okay, I got you. You like the live stream coverage?
Oh, hold on. We have one. Hold on, Arch. Here is one of the guys that loves to have a dig at me. Get him on.
Okay,
this.
Oh, okay. Very quickly.
Tattoo man, Paul Thorpe going back to jail.
Ooh. Paul Thorpe, rate the following shows: Park and Snack, AGV, Snatch Cardinal, and Tim Scheid.
Hey.
Tim Scheid is legendary.
What can I say to that?
Legend level.
And we got Saber Mark 42, £1.80. If you had a Steel Sports Rolex, would you sell? Of course not. Keep your Steel Sports.
For what the fuck do you want to
Nico, Alza, in Uden, Ingrid, Ut, G, Tong, Peace,
Nico,
User.
Nico, alsof er een engeltje op je tong piest, gozer. That's what it says.
What does that mean?
As if it directly translated from Dutch to English, it says as if an angel is pissing on your fucking tongue, dude.
Ooh, holy shit! I don't get that. I don't understand.
What the heck is the meaning behind that?
I'm not gonna explain it to you. It's Dutch.
Yeah.
Adrianos. Someone will answer.
Yeah.
Adrianos. I've never been to prison. He's just an idiot.
Yeah, I don't understand that. But look, it's great to have you on the show, Nico. What's going on in your world? Tell us what's happening.
I'm currently in Cologne, Germany. Big shoot tomorrow with Kronex and with some other stuff.
Who's Kronex? What does Kronex do? Tell us so we know what they do.
They sell watches, same as Brad and Binion, but they stock 7,500 pieces, and I don't.
Holy shit! Yes,
it's like Kronex manufacturer.
No. Chrono 24 is a website.
Kronex is like a dealer. They're a dealer.
Yeah, they were actually gonna send me a watch, but I never got it.
Right.
ABC £2. Does Mr. Thorpe not like the Zenith EP range? El Primero range?
I like them. I like a lot of watches, Arch, Paul, whatever you want to call you tonight. I don't know. But to be honest with you, mate, it's just not something that I'd wear. So, like, it's not liking. It's just preferences, isn't it?
They're fucking ugly. Those are ugly. Let's call spade a spade. Sorry, ABC, they're ugly, man.
Are you flying back on the private jet? That's the other thing I wanted to ask you, Nico.
Tomorrow, yes.
Very nice.
Yeah, because I'm flocking flat out the next 6 days, and I need fucking. I can't lose hours with traveling, mate. It's brutal. But it's not important, you dick.
Thomas Burdett, £4.50. Question for each member of the panel. Favorite watch brand, AP, Patek, AP, Rolex. Favorite brand, quick. I'll start off first. I'd say Patek. Paul Thorpe, what's your favorite brand? Rolex.
AP.
Mark Sallow, we just don't ask him.
Probably Rolex.
Rolex. Tim Wright.
Patek.
Bear.
Rolex, of course.
And Nico.
Rolex, man.
Ferrari. There we go.
Ferrari.
Ferrari.
I would go with Richard Mille if I could afford.
Oh, fucking hell.
Tanzeel, $5. Nico, I'm looking to do a trade with Pride and Pinion. Would you trade me a 114060 for a Moser Pioneer? I think it's a good deal, but Paul Thorpe said no.
Listen, I would love to do a deal any day of the week, but I'm just going to be straight with you. I wouldn't trade a no-date sub for a Moser. I wouldn't do it.
So I was right.
So, but
Mistake.
if you want to trade, sell, whatever, buy, listen, it would be an honor to help you, but I wouldn't shy away to give you proper advice.
Nico, he's pulling your leg, mate, by the way.
What do you mean? Why my leg and not something else?
Yeah, I think he asked the question. The question was worded slightly differently earlier. Would I trade? Would he trade his 114060 at a loss for a Moser? And the answer to that has to be no.
Yeah, of course not.
Of course.
The reason we're asking this is because your golden boy, Nico, Marco, aka Pugsley, apparently did just that.
Oh, I don't know that. You know that better than me.
It's a rumor we heard.
I know he wanted to trade in a Moser with me, and I refused it for that watch. This was a couple of months ago. I told him not to do it, and I sold the watch because I didn't want to have that conversation either. Like so, and then he wanted.
Well,
to trade
you're
it
an
for
honest
something
dealer.
else.
You don't take advantage of fools, do you?
No, absolutely no chance. No. No, like I mean, there's a bit of like it's just not right. It's not a right trade.
Correct.
100% right there. So I got to tell you, we just had to voice that there. It's fantastic. You're in Germany. You're going to the UK, and then you're back in Ireland.
Yes, I'm in Ireland. I'm in Northern Ireland. I'm in London. And now in Germany, and I'm going to be in Sweden, and I'm going to be in Netherlands in the next 72 hours. And
I love that video we saw where you used to live, your bedroom, and that was so cool.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I did. Of course, I did.
Pavel, I have them. Just have to figure out how to install them.
Yeah, that's a great video. You took the Seiko back, the two-tone.
Yeah, I fixed it actually. That's memories, mate. That's memories. That's where it started for me, Archie. That's where it started for me.
Kelsowitz, $5. Hey boys, thoughts on the blank pane Air Command AC02? Blah blah blah. It's a mile-long number, looking good. But why is it 1,100 completely in the clouds on pricing? Blank pane's like that. It's trying to be a luxury brand.
Yeah.
I never understood that hype. So tell us this, Nico, is the Rolex market going to ease next year? We've got high inflation.
Absolutely
inflation
no
is
chance.
coming out.
Absolutely
inflation.
No chance. Can you go, mark these words, right? Save these very clearly, because we're going to pay £40,000 by December 2022 for a white Dell ceramic Daytona. Mark my words.
70,000.
Are you
words?
Are you basing it on the idea of being discontinued or regardless?
No. The Daytona will never be discontinued, mate. No chance.
No. I mean that reference.
The Panda.
No. That reference is there since 2016. So they're not going to increase that case either.
But it's time for a
years.
refresh, like 60-year anniversary.
No, that's bollocks, because they have to start with a white gold with a ceramic bezel first on the bracelet. So it needs to be a process. So there's no like, it's their most important it's a flagship model. You see what I mean?
Nico,
they won't move that, but it's the exclusivity. It's harder to get. It's now more an application piece than anything else. A date just becomes a fucking application piece. We're gonna fucking, like, this is no bubble, lads. And we've been saying this for years, where some YouTubers have always been saying, it's a bubble, Rolex bubble. Go fucking fuck yourself. If you don't know what you're talking about, just shut up. You see what I mean?
Agreed.
For Nico and Paul, there is here in Japan estimation believing that it's going to come to 100K. You guys believe that?
Say that again, Marcello. Sorry.
100K for a panda. 100K. They're saying 100,000 US for a panda.
Here in Japan, they're saying that.
It's going to happen at a certain point in life, yeah, but not in the next 3 years.
Solmarinoid, $5. I just wanted to say that BBC really needs to hire Paul. He's a fantastic presence on camera.
Thank you.
Yeah, Paul's a great guy. I love Paul. Cold
Paul
Pizza,
is a
what's reviews? $5. Paul T, shouldn't Rolex limit the warranty to the original purchaser to slow down? I don't think that has any bearing on it because, for starters, that warranty, that only covers manufacturing flaws. It doesn't cover if you drop the damn thing. That warranty is a nothing warranty.
I don't think that would work, to be fair.
Tanzil, $10. Paul Thorpe, did you know that Archie is looking for Louis Vuitton watch box on eBay? This is after he bought a Louis Vuitton briefcase off eBay UK and said a box full of soap instead of a briefcase.
Archie, could you do me a favor and highlight a comment from Benny B? Nico only speaks the way. Can you please put that up? Nico's speaking. No, there's another comment about Benny, and I would like to argue that one. It's Nico only speaking that way because it's in his best interest about his selling his business, right? Because he's a watch seller. Could you go to that one? I think it's the last comment. Benny, you're going to get my attention, buddy. Don't you worry. Nico, please, could you pull that up?
I'm just trying to find it. I got to find it. I'm not as good as Pugsley. Pugsley's
it's literally his last comment. Nico only speaking that way because it's in his best interest and it's about his reselling and his business. That comment.
Okay, I gotta find it. I'm not as good as Pugsley. This is you gotta find it.
It's posted, you can see it, Paul.
Whereabouts?
It's already on your screen.
Oh, okay.
I can see it on your screen.
No, he wanted another comment. He wanted another comment. There's another comment.
Oh, there's another one?
Benny. Yeah. Benny posted a comment. He's a bit of the cheapskate.
Let me just say this, right? Because as a dealer, it's absolute fucking bullshit, Benny. Because I think you have a lovely photo of a 5712 there on your wrist. I hope it's yours. Maybe it's you not. It's all good. I don't give a shit, right?
But let me tell you how watch trading works. Safe.
All right. It could be as well. Let me tell you how watch trading works, right? A watch trading works. You buy a watch at price. Say you buy a watch at £10, right? That's the trade price. You have to then sell it at 12. But it doesn't matter if the price goes down or up because I've sold that watch already. So if the market is completely different next year, instead of paying 12 for that same watch, even if the market collapsed, I will pay next year 8 for that watch instead of 10. It's about the profit, big man. It doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, that is absolutely true. In fact, it will probably suit Nico if they don't go up because he's not going to have to pay so much for them.
Exactly. So, Benny, I don't know what you're talking about, but I've seen a few weird comments about you. If you want to have a conversation, just come on. Let's have a chat on the live and just talk about fucking watch dealing, mate.
Nico, a lot of people don't seem to get this, is that watch dealers really, it doesn't really matter to us what the prices of watches are. Our profit margin is what it is. We would prefer that they're lower so that we can buy lower. You know, my margins, when I was buying 16610s for like 2,800 quid, my margin was like 500 quid, £1,000 sometimes. Nico has to spend a lot more money now to make £1,000 on a watch or £2,000 on a watch than I had to spend. So, you know, I consider I was lucky.
Our gross margin sits average between 8 and 11% at a stretch. In your time, it would probably have been fucking 12 to 17, if not 18%.
Yeah, sometimes on certain watches, I mean, some of the margins were smaller, but at the end of the day, the retail prices, it's like the grey market prices when people say, oh, 20 grand for this watch. Well, we didn't get it. The dealers are not getting them from the ADs. They're not, the flippers are the ones that are making the big money.
Omar, $5. The whole stream should just be Paul Thorpe trying to understand what Marcelo is saying. Thank you. Thank you.
Marcelo, how are you doing, my friend? Are you doing well?
If you guys can understand me, it's wonderful. You know, like
his channel's not doing so well, Nico. His channel is in the doldrums.
Nico, please also put a link
to subscribe to Marcelo Time.
Like, comment,
Marcelo
and
Time. Neo, $5. Holy cow, Nico just managed to get Archie to work, but Archie couldn't paint the door. And Saber Mark 42, £1.80. Benny got abused like a 7750. Tim at the
I
chrono.
remember that one. I remember that one, Archie. That was fucking
that was good. There. Thomas Burdett, £4.50.
That is the highlight of my fucking life. That definitely, Arch. You need to make a highlight reel of that. That was fucking a belter.
Actually, I know. Paul, what do you think about highlighting the lost and stolen register to Rolex on Archie's stream? Might get some traction in reinstating it.
You never know your luck. I mean, it might get to be with Rolex that the only way I'm going to get them to reinstate the lost and stolen register is to stand outside St James's Square.
Did you get that watch back?
No.
Are they going to get? You going to get it back, or what's going to happen?
No.
Have they told you?
No.
Who gets it back?
Well, Rolex get to keep it, I suppose.
For how long, but?
Well, forever. They're just not returning it to me.
I got a very interesting...
but they told you they had it, but they told you they had it, didn't they?
The police told me that Rolex had it, yeah.
And what happened then?
Make the story more clear, because some people think that there is like 3 or 4 owners claim for that watch.
Is that correct, Paul? What's the
I'm the only owner that claimed for it. I'm the only owner that proved the provenance, not the provenance of the watch, but the authenticity of the ownership.
Yeah.
And they just wouldn't return it.
And what excuses you obviously gone to a lawyer, got a lawyer letter?
No, I didn't, Paul, because you listen, if you want to fight Rolex, mate, you better have a good lawyer and you better have deep pockets.
No, of course, because they have unlimited. Tanzil, $5. Paul Thorpe, which is the following club to choose? Ajax, Amsterdam, FK, Partizan, or Chelsea FC?
Arch, don't ever say that again. Don't ever pronounce that.
Ajax.
Oh my
God. Actually, I like it. I like it. I love it. I fucking
Perpetual
love
time,
it.
£2. Alex. Great to see you all on.
That's
Great
my fucking
watch
home.
show.
I'm a Fulham supporter, so.
Are you? Oh, you're Fulham, so you're a Mitrovic guy.
Mitro, yeah. Mitro's on
Mitro's on fire.
Yeah. So Paul, you won't get that back. So you filed a police. What sort of watch was it again? What was it again?
It's a 16710 GMT.
So pre-ceramic.
Yeah.
It's a steel ceramic. It was stolen. What year was it stolen?
Do you know what? I have got. Stay there.
You know, Nico, actually, this is interesting talking about it, because Rolex also advertised.
How about this?
The watch is yours, and
that's the papers.
This?
Yeah,
that is. I just happen to have it there.
How come it's looking scruffy? What happened?
Well, it's dated 2015, Paul. That's why.
Yeah. Okay.
And it was a. There were 2 watches stolen from me: a 16710 Rolex serial number Y898008. And those 2 watches. Here, get this, Nico. Right, April the 8th, 2015. A little challenge for you. I sold.
How were they stolen? How were they stolen?
Fraud.
Ah, fraud. Okay.
I sold a 16613 steel and gold Rolex Submariner, and
6.5 grand.
A 16710 GMT. How much did this customer buy the pair from me for?
What was the last one? Say that again.
16710 GMT, stainless steel.
Yeah. 4.5 grand, 12 grand.
How much for the pair?
12 grand.
8,750.
Wow.
Fuck me. And people are thinking about crypto. Good luck.
8,750.
Wow.
Wow.
And there's the original my copy of the receipt that I supplied to the police, etc., etc. I've still got it. It's just laying, just happens to be laying on the side.
So the police came back to you and said, "We found these watches have come back."
Yeah.
And they were in Rolex UK or Rolex Switzerland or
Italy.
Italy. So because they're in a linked computer system, aren't they?
What happened, Paul? Very briefly, at the end of it, it was clear that I wasn't going to get the watch back. They weren't playing ball, so I wrote to Rolex. So I emailed Rolex in Italy and said, "Would you please return the watch to the person that bought it in for a service?"
Yeah.
Because there were two victims, weren't there? There was me and the guy that took it in for a service. He never stole the watch.
Right.
Yep.
Okay, so rather than have two victims, you might as well just have the one. And they weren't going to give it back to me.
They said that to him?
I've never heard from them.
Wow.
What a
Very
disaster.
gentleman.
ABC £2. Mr. Thorpe's favorite Omega Seamaster and Speedmaster.
Can I be honest? I don't really have one.
And Thomas Burnett, here we go. Neo, $5. Shout out to Thomas Burnett, Tanzil, Vlad, Jamie. And I'm not going to type the rest of the punters' names, but I love hanging out with you, with all of you. Thank you so much there.
We love you, Neo.
And we've got Tanzil, $10. Paul Thorpe, would you prefer watching a test cricket match, eating French fries with mayonnaise, or watching 3 hours of Tim Wright nerding out over Jacques Drose's weak lineup on their website?
I definitely wouldn't be watching cricket, that's for sure.
You hate cricket.
Right.
I never made a video about Jacques Droz. What the?
I'd rather fucking watch paint dry than to watch the fucking light up of Jacques Droz, bro.
What the?
Right.
He chose the most boring brand.
That was funny. That was
they make good automatons. That's what they're good at.
Ooh, flexing knowledge. Flexing knowledge.
No, Anthony Napatano, $2. Great show today, lads. Thank you so much there. It's that's amazing. You're on a private jet, Nico. How do you find that?
It's efficient. It's very efficient. It's needed as well.
You got a fractional ownership, or you just hire it?
No, we just charter it and we put that against the business.
How much does that cost?
It's not cheap, but
it's cheap,
profitable because we have a brand deal in place. We need to be at certain times at certain places, and I also need to sleep at certain times. Like, I'm under pressure, mate. And yes, I'm allowed to fucking fly in a private jet. I work 19 hours a day, Archie.
Pressure. Are you slowing down a bit? You had some health concerns. Are you
Yes.
slowing down a bit?
Yes. No, not slowing down. No.
Okay.
Listen, I'm not finished here. I'm not finished yet. I'm not where I want to be. Neither with YouTube, neither with my business. So that's it.
I see.
Nico, would you hire Diego as a pilot?
So say this in English, what?
Actually, you can say that.
No,
translate, Paul. Translate.
Diego, the guy. He's a pilot. He wants to know if you'd let him fly your plane.
It's not my plane. I don't own a plane. What the fuck do you think? You know how much a fucking plane costs? Wise up the fuck, will you?
Yes. No. Exactly right there. I totally.
But you know what the problems is with Brexit as well. I am queuing up for COVID tests, for this, for so much bureaucracy. It took me 4 hours at Cologne Airport. 4 hours of time that I wasted on everything. In that 4 hours, I could have been very, very fucking productive, and I wasn't.
Yeah.
So now I can't have that with the way back. First of all, it is not good for my energy levels, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It just pisses me off. Like, I mean, everyone is doing their job and it's fine, but it's just not good. And we're getting paid to do a job, and I need to be able to perform that job out well. So that's it.
Sirocco Sales, $5. Paul, an idea in the chat. You don't need a lawyer. File a stolen property report naming Rolex as the perpetrators.
Listen, I can't get the police to come in to be interested when I've had the shit beaten out of me. I'm not going to get their interest over a stolen watch, am I?
Fair point there.
There's
Hop
a lot
on
of money in
Smash.
the watch anyway.
$5. Paul and Nico, what do you think about German tourists driving their families to Venice and eating pizza?
Plebs. They're plebs.
That was something that O'Sheen said. O'Sheen said something.
I literally have no opinion.
I didn't see it. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. Uncle Jonga, £1.80. Can you ever see the Hulk coming back in new form?
Probably not.
No.
Tanzil, $5. Nico, I can't wait for the new Tim Wright series. A watch nerd reacts to the most boring watch brands. Gasp thumbnail.
What am I supposed to say here?
Just admire the humor. That's it.
Yeah. Thank for the super chat. Tanzil, $5.
Yes.
It will actually probably happen. Like,
wait,
oh, I would like that. Yeah.
Where do you want to be, Nico? You're saying that you're not where you want to be. Where do you want to be? Can I ask you that? What do you want to achieve?
I want to prove a point towards myself, and that you can go from absolutely nothing to being together with a community, with a group of people, setting new standard and pushing the new bar in the luxury watch world, and being the front foot of the grey market, coming from absolutely nothing. That's what I want to achieve.
Fair play to you, mate.
Yeah, Paul, I'm going to ask you a question about us in this watch community in YouTube. We actually do put a lot of influence. So could we improve our influence in watches? I mean, improve this? I mean, do you have any suggestion how we can actually combine and actually create a bigger bond here?
Never stop talking about our favorite subject and watches. That's my only tip.
Agreed.
Never stop talking about
$5. Paul Thorpe, I can't wait for the new Tim Wright series. Robbed in Brooklyn, robbed in Queens, robbed in Long Island.
Thank you, Tanzil, for the $5 super chat. It's actually, it's inevitable.
I could see Timmy capitalizing on these ideas.
Yeah,
I could see that. I can see that.
I think for me, the idea is going back to the community thing is to bring people together. Look, my motto is stronger together, and we are without a shadow of a doubt. If you look at where we are today as opposed to just 12 months ago, it's a whole different.
Do you think there is a community? These are the most narcissistic, selfish sons of bitches.
No, do you know what
you could ever find?
Paul, these are just on your channel, mate.
Yeah, Paul, seriously, listen, there's some horrible people out there. You ain't never going to change them, right? Look, at the end of the day, we will put the community together that wants to be together. If those want to sit outside and hate, let them get on and waste their own energy.
No, but the question, Paul, could we influence the watch brand? Could we influence
we got Neo, $10. Mute Marcelo. Sorry there, Marcelo. Thomas Burnett.
I just cringe. I cringe when I hear the word community. I genuinely
cringe.
I cringe.
Thomas Burnett, £4.50. Paul, any other watch mid-tier brands or watches in particular? Zenith, Breitling, Cartier, Panerai, etc.
I like IWC. Always been a bit of an IWC fan.
And Nico, when is Marco starting on at you guys? When does he start? Give us the scoop.
I'm not going to give you a scoop, so I'm not going to answer that.
Okay. Is there any way?
If I may say, Nico.
No, I know what you're trying to create, and can you just shut up with that?
No. Actually, I'm changing the subject. I don't want to talk about that.
Thank you.
I wanted to tell you, I'm thinking when you say what you want to achieve and how you're going and everything. There was a very special moment that I enjoyed. I don't know on which platform did I watch it, either your Instagram or YouTube. I honestly don't remember. But your communication with your mom and dad and how proud they are
that was
of
his
you.
last video. That was a brilliant video.
In all honesty, Nico, my goal in life always was, in my mind is always, if my dad and my mom are proud of me, I'm doing something right. And I feel that you have a very similar family relationship. And I thought that was sweet and kind and really refreshing. And I loved it.
My mom and dad deserve peace, because my mom and dad didn't have an easy life because of me. I wasn't an easy kid.
I can tell.
I can, like, and like, I am still, they're still always worried. And for me, giving them the possibility to stop worrying about me, which they will never stop worrying, but is something that is massively important. And yes, I want to prove a point. And yes, but I don't want to prove a point to anyone else other than myself and my inner circle. If you know what I mean. And yeah, I had problems when I was a kid, and my parents struggled with that massively, and they always had my back, and they deserve peace. So
keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep doing what you're doing.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. It's awesome, mate.
Can I just say something here as well? Is that something about Nico? Right? I mean, it's not my place to say things about Nico that he wouldn't, but I know he's a very caring individual as a human being. My only concern for Nico is that he's a very caring individual, and I hope that his ambition, I hope your ambition, Nico, that you always keep it in check. Do you understand what I'm saying? Is it like,
my ambition?
I worry about you sometimes, but you've got older heads to consult, like people like Roman, etc.
So the most important thing is the people that I surround myself with, because what you're saying is a valid point. Like, I carry and I take things sometimes personal, and I need to step over that. But if I surround myself with people that are stronger, better, smarter than me, I can lift off on that. If you surround yourself with those people,
if you surround yourself by the best people in the industry, you know, I'm gonna fucking vomit, because that's the line that cunt TGV, the fucking piece of shit, used. And you know what? That fucking cunt stabbed me in the fucking back. And you know what? That stupid little piece of shit. You know what I mean? I tell you what. You know what? I don't fucking forget these cunts. And I gladly stabbed him back when he wasn't watching. And
he had a great
Marco, you can fuck you, Marco. I hate you, you piece of shit. I like the private plane, by the way. That's really cool. I got to tell you guys, seriously, it's really cool to have you guys here. I just think Marco's a piece of fucking shit, and you should distance yourself from him, because he's a asshole. He used me. He spat me out. I gave him 70,000. What's he going to do to you? Let me say that to you, because
Archie, I don't want to have this.
I tell you what, he's not your friend. He's not your friend. He's not your friend. He will use you and spit you out like chewing gum. Tanzil, $5. Bear, I can't wait for the new Tim Wright series. Search for Perfect Timepieces website. 3 hours every night, gripping content. Patrick Philippe, $10. Hi, Arch. Excellent crew. Blue shirt would be in full agreement with the Thunderous. Correct. Thank you so much there.
Very true. Very true.
Anthony Napatino, $5. We want Marco on the show. It's about time we see Archie and Marco reunited. You betcha. That son of a bitch. I raised 70,000 Canadian. He didn't even say happy birthday. Happy birthday, fucker! Tanzil, $5. Oh, folks, all trolling aside, tribute super chat to the #1 punter super fan who loved them all to see the panel together. Rest in peace, blue shirt Buddha. Legend. Yes, there we go. Yes. There. It's looking good. It's looking good. I got to tell you, I just hope you slow down a bit. I just don't want to see you having a heart attack.
Nico, by the way, Nico, that's method acting. That was all method acting. That's not real. It's a greatest method.
I got to be honest with you. I help fucking young kids too. The bastard stabbed me in the back. I'm fucking cut, and I'm fucking angry about things. It pisses me off no end. I don't care what anyone says. I'm not going to fucking sing his tune. You know that?
Paul.
I don't give a fuck.
Paul, let it go.
Yeah.
You'll feel better.
I can't let it go.
Let it go.
I can't
Paul.
let it go.
Paul, let
He
it go.
used
Listen,
me. He
Paul,
hurt me.
What did we say? What did we say?
I treated
earlier?
him like I don't have a fucking Ferrari. You know that? I don't have a fucking Ferrari. My problem is I'm fucking too nice to these cunts in the first place. I'm not in the Ferrari.
Archie, right? You can afford a Ferrari easily, and stop fucking bullshitting the bullshitter, right? We have had this conversation many times. YouTube is my game, mate, and I know exactly how much you're fucking making. And you're doing very well for yourself. You should be proud. So stop being a fucking prick and just say it the way it is, right? Say it the way it is. And stop being a fucking fake poor man, because you're not, right?
Not
Please.
that well off. I can tell you that. Hoff on Smash, $2. Has anyone done a wellness check on Austin Daniels? And Neo, $5. Nico, favorite Ajax player of all time.
Ajax.
And they don't. Why don't you
recent
bank
years.
with ABN Ambro?
I want to hear the answer. I want to hear the answer.
My most favorite player, this is not even of my youth, but I'm just going to say it, and people will declare me absolutely bonkers, but I think he done so incredible. He changed Ajax in recent years. It's Hakim Ziyech. He now plays for Chelsea. We call him the Wizard of Amsterdam.
I'm surprised.
Yeah,
normally for the record, George Best was the best player. Isn't that right, Thorpe?
No, George Best is Manchester United, and he's from Belfast, my friend. That is good.
Oh,
ooh! All my favourite footballers played for Fulham, so
there you go.
Leadzilla, $5 AC3. Can you tell Paul and Nico how a 22-year-old kid hustled this so-called pontiff? Remember, the Leeds ain't weak, you're weak.
Exactly. What a knockout punch. Fucking hell. This guy deserves
brutal.
Archie, this guy deserves a super chat from you.
Yes, he does. He's pretty good. This Leadzilla. Yeah. Well, look, it doesn't matter.
We have almost 400 viewers. Please remember to upvote. Please click the thumbs up and support this great channel.
I am getting better, Nico. I tell you honestly, every time you calm me down a bit over it, I calm down a lot. Okay.
Good man.
Paul, which one of you is going to turn up to London next year? Is it going to be like the friendly Paul or the?
It's always the friendly Paul for you. You're a great
Paul.
guy. You're a great guy. You're a great guy. You're a great guy. I'm always good. You know that? I'm always friendly with all these people.
Because what I want to see in London...
I'm always friendly. I'm never angry. I was even friendly to another asshole who stabbed me in the back, and that's Fatso. And that's your mate, Bear.
When you say Fatso, there's so many of us, so I don't know who you're fucking referring to.
Federico. Your mate, Federico.
Oh, Federico is a great guy, and good friend.
He stabbed me in the back as well.
And
I tried to bear the olive branch to him.
Can you please elaborate on this?
Well, what happened was he invited me to Bangkok. He paid. I'll basically go anywhere. I'll go to an opening of an envelope.
What do you do in Bangkok, regardless?
He flew me to Bangkok. Bangkok's an international hub, right?
Bangkok. Do I actually want to know what you're doing in Bangkok? Or
I used to live in Bangkok, but anyhow, I worked for a watch dealer. It used to be a real big hub, but because the tax laws changed, it's not so attractive. But anyhow, he said, "I'll fly you there. We can meet up." And I said, "Hey, that's cool." And he had a shit sandwich. You know, one thing about you, Nico, is you actually told me something about yourself. You said your most important thing is your customer. If somebody's trying to sell a shit sandwich, you would tell them not to buy the sandwich, right? You'd say, "Hey, this is shit."
Yeah.
I got to tell you the truth. Federico had the same thing. He wanted me to introduce him to people I knew, which I introduced him to a couple. They laughed at him. He basically wanted people to pay for watches 3 months in advance and pay it to a $2 holding company. And these people were rich for a good reason, because they don't get shysted by fancy players who stay in expensive hotels and who they said, "Look, we will pay you cash for the product if you bring it here now." But it was just how it was. Anyhow, it didn't work out. That's how it went nicely. Then what he did is he used the leverage that I had actually made videos with him, and I was very friendly to him. He used that leverage to get in bed with TGV. TGV. He said, if you don't do videos with me, I'm going to do them with Archie. So he weaseled his way into TGV and him. And
is
then,
TGV even still a thing nowadays or not?
No, I don't think he is, right? But I'm just telling you the story. You asked the story.
You're missing so many super chats, man.
Anyhow, the story is, right?
Yeah,
what happened then? Sirocco sales $5. That's like asking Jekyll and Hyde who's coming tonight. That's for you, Mr. Thorpe. And
you do what I notice. I noticed that there's a recurring theme here. You always get fucked. At a certain point, you need to stop getting fucked.
I know.
You need to
Best
avoid that.
Ajax player was Stephen Stapleton. Evening, Nico. That's from Jason Butler.
Jason Butler, my friend. How are you, brother?
The Leadzilla $5. Whatever more pathetic, AC3 is you cry like a little girl. You, AC3, will go down is the weakest salesman in our company.
No coffee for you.
No coffee. And
Coffee for closers.
Neo, $5. Nico, if Archie has Marcus on once a week and plays nice for 6 months, can he be paid by a Pepsi GMT? There we go.
And Neo, the answer is Archie can fucking buy one himself. He can buy 10 himself.
Look, let me just say this. Anyhow, with TGV,
it wasn't Nico. It wasn't Archie. It was
Federico.
Marcus,
what happened with Federico is he stabbed me in the back. He used it as leverage to get in bed with TGV, who, by the way, is a Satanist. You ask the devil guy when he's here.
You have disagreements with him, yes?
Another friend of mine, by the way.
And then what happened is you go and see. Look what happened to Federico. He got stabbed in the back by TGV. That's the story. And then I tried to patch it up and said, "Hey, let's just be friends now." No, he won't forgive me. He won't forgive me. And I said to him, "Man, I think he's quite a nice guy. I like Fed now. I think Fed is a great guy."
Arch, I'm just gonna say the way it is. I feel there's a recurring thing happening here, and it's you constantly.
But by the way, I wanted to say TGV, comparing to a lot of people that stab Archie in the back, I think he's the last one. He didn't do that much bad. I mean, I wish he could come back to the. Oh, you probably. Yeah.
TGV used people and spat them out, and he used that fucking ridiculous line that you were trying to sell us, Nico. That's what brought out the bad memories. I surround myself with the 10 best people, and I can't go any,
5.
That's the exact 5. That's right. 5 best people.
No, you know, there's a book
in the industry. That's why I'm here with you.
There's a book called No, I'm here not because there's the best people in the industry. I'm here because I like you guys and it's good crack. You see what I mean? That's why I'm here. So,
and that's what I love about Nico. Nico goes on the shittiest streams and acts the same as on the successful streams, regardless. He loves talking with people in this community.
He even came on my streams, Bear, and that's
what I was
shittiest
referring to. Yeah. What do you think
I love this shit. I love this shit. But Arch, do you read books?
Yeah, but Bear, you used to know him, right? You used to talk to him, to that guy.
Archie.
Cool.
And there's books behind you. Do you actually read books?
Yeah, I do. I got a lot of books.
TGV?
Can I give you a tip?
Yes.
There's a book. Like I can read, but I can't concentrate long enough. But there's a book in the first chapter, and it really made a big difference for me. The book is called "Willpower Doesn't Work." Fucking brilliant. Read that book. It will change your life.
Doesn't have willpower to read.
Nico, Archie and I don't read. We just look at the pictures.
Yeah, there's no
10 zeal, $5. Nico,
there.
just end all this BS and do what Watchbox did when they put TGV with Tim Moscow. Buy out the ArchieLuxury channel and put a 22-year-old as his co-host.
Right, good story. I like this guy.
In this one thing I can say about the TGV. TGV is he knows how to use the scream. No, he knows how to
it's a train. It's a train in France.
Yeah, actually, that's true, Nico.
It is, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Very
That's
fast.
true.
All I know about
I know
it.
exactly.
Leadzilla $5, Bear Clooney. you can have all the coffee you want. You are a
Thank you.
closer. ABC,
Damn
always
right.
be closing. AC3 drinks and talks about what ifs. Pathetic.
Thank you, Lidzilla. Thank you.
Yes.
But Bear,
Leadzilla. It's Leadzilla.
He knows how to make videos. That's what I wanted to say. He knows how to
Yeah,
make
yeah,
videos
yeah.
regarding other ones that don't know even how to do YouTube at all. So
yeah, so what?
Dedication.
Yeah, I got to tell you there. Tanzil, $5. Nico, what's your connection to DDE? I'm a big fan of their channel. They're Canadian too. Dave and Damon are the best. Check out their daily driven exotica.
Yeah, Dave and yeah, we all have the same passion as watchers. Dave and Damon, fucking legends. I'm meeting them in December actually. I'm gonna do some mad shit. It's more YouTube connection, and we became very, very friendly, and we talk nearly every other day, and it's just good fun. And we love cars, we love watches, and talking shite the whole day. And they're absolute mad cunts. Like they're mad as fuck. You think I'm mad? They're 10 times worse than me. It's brilliant.
I don't know these guys. They're Canadian, eh?
Daily
DD, they're unbelievable, mate. So we're gonna do.
They have a YouTube channel, or how does? Okay.
Thomas Burdett, £4.50. Paul, your favorite watch show so far? Brighton Watch Show, London Watch Show, or BQ Watches shows?
Oh, I'd have to say the Brighton Watch Show myself, because it was my show, and I just thought there was a special. It just had a little bit of panache. It had something. The Brighton show, but all the other shows have been good. They've all been good.
I thought London Watch Show is yours as well.
No. I just helped out.
But Paul, did you have a chance to meet Watch Revolution and I think Watch TV? These two guys in Europe.
No.
He's a bit hard to get on side, I think. He's a bit, how do I put this politely? I think they're a bit up himself.
Look, you know what I'm talking about, eh?
Some channels, no, I don't. Some channels won't touch me.
That's Waco. You know that guy? He's in bed with Patek. He's in bed with all the big brands.
Yeah, they're not going to come anywhere near me.
Yeah, they're not. It's the working geezers.
I had a
Tim, right?
really big brand reaching out.
Sorry, what's that, Nico?
Nico, yeah.
Sorry, Nico, go ahead.
No, you go first.
No, you go first.
I wanted to ask.
I wanted to ask
Tim Wright. I wanted to ask Tim Wright. Is it true that Oris is going to fly in for next show?
The
Oris. Are they flying in for the next show? Yeah.
What? No.
Oris. I heard there are connections between you and Oris, same as Bark and Jack, and they might send Archie just a booklet.
Yes.
Last time they send them a pin.
Come on, man.
I wrote a pin. Yeah.
Come on.
So, Archie, did they send you a pin? Did they send you a pin?
3 pins. 3 pins.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Good news.
You got more than I did. That's
guys.
awesome.
Guys, I'm going to love you all and leave you because it's 1 o'clock and I'm
Paul
knackered.
Thorpe, it's an absolute honor to have you on here, my friend. I absolutely love you, and I got to tell you, guys, it was great to have him here. The legend, the man, the industry.
Tim,
please,
Nico,
anytime you want to do it again, just let me know. Same way.
WhatsApp me tomorrow about the weekend. Yeah.
No worries, bro. No
okay.
Worries. I'll catch you. Sleep well, mate.
Tim, Bear, Marcello, Paul, Nico, everyone out there. Take care.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Paul.
Take care, bro.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Tanzil, $5. Nico, what tax do you pay on a 6.5 litre V12? Doesn't the UK charge its citizens by the size of its engine, or is that only the Republic of Ireland?
That's the Republic of Ireland. The UK, that's the Republic of Ireland, but the UK is very, very. I'm paying for 50 quid a year, I believe. It's not even that bad.
Yeah. And well done. I got to tell you that's you have achieved a lot, my friend. Don't ever be shy.
No,
of
a car.
success.
You've achieved fuck all if you lease a car. You've achieved fuck all by leasing a car.
It's at the end of the day.
That's not an achievement.
When we're gone,
it's legacy. It's not a fucking legacy. It's not a fucking business. It's a fucking car that is leased.
It's an amazing experience. Let's just say that, okay? That's the whole thing with watches. It's more the experience. It's not so much owning and having these things. It's having owned something in the past.
It makes me work even harder because it reminds me of the fact that I never thought it would be possible for me to have that logo on a steering wheel. That's what it does to me.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
What's the logo on your steering wheel, Archie?
I got a Honda Civic with 211,000 kilometers, 160,000 miles for you Americans.
Pretty good.
No engine work, no gearbox work, because I warm it up. I warm it up. And when I'm going down a hill, I turn the engine off to save gas, just coast, you know?
And on the top of it, you're wearing custom-made shirts.
Exactly. No, but look, seriously, that's an amazing car. A Ferrari.
Somebody actually reminded me that I missed the beef and reef pizza and shirt ripping Archie.
Oh, that's
beef and reef pizza.
Beef and reef. Nico, it's an absolute honor to have you on here. I must say this too. You are an A-grade person on the panel here. You are welcome on anytime you want. You just let me know, okay?
I appreciate that, mate. It's my pleasure to be here, mate. It's a good crack to have you.
Look, I haven't tried to, believe you me, I haven't tried to cheat you. We've got some problems with the refrigerator, but what I've done is, your ad is bigger than ever. It's a fixed ad. You have a look at it.
It's so big that I can't fucking see it. That's how big it is.
No.
Because it's fixed in the refrigerator.
No, it's on every video. Believe you me,
in Nico's defense, in Paul's defense, every single live stream we do talk about Pride and Pinion. Every single one, and we recommend it, and we support your company 100%.
Thank you, 100%. Brother. Thank you very much,
Nico. While I have you here, I was wondering if you would like to work with Tim Wright. I'm looking for some sponsorships as well. Let me know if
$5. Nico, I'm part of the same rally that DDE joins in Canada called the Ace Spade Rally. I picked up a Hurricane like their old tire slayer.
I'm in Canada in February, so let's hook up then. Yeah.
And Sirocco sales $5. The logo fell off the steering wheel.
Send a link for Sirocco to jump on.
Yeah, we love Sirocco. He's a cool guy. That guy is so cool.
And Nico, did you have a chance to meet Tim Wright?
He did.
Yeah, didn't you see on Instagram? On Tim posts these things all the time. Come on, you're not following Tim, right?
You're not following me on Instagram, Marcelo. I'm a little bit disappointed.
Tim Wright is the new star of the YouTube. I mean, be realistic. Come on.
Hello, Sirocco. How are you?
Good morning, Arch. How's it going?
Hey, not too bad. You're with royalty here. We've got Nico.
I see that. The heavy hitters.
Heavy.
And Marcelo.
The very, very heavy hitters. And we like to
balance
have
it out.
They're good. Look, I like to have all the supporters on the stream for me, and I'm very honored to have you. Nico needs to get a big boat soon. That's the next thing. After the car, he's got the car. We've got to get organized.
Fuck off, Arch. Shut your fucking
He needs a concrete boat. He needs a concrete boat.
Australian prick. Fuck off.
What's wrong with a boat? Sirocco lives on a boat.
Yeah, actually, that's true.
Yeah.
Sirocco lives on a boat. That boat, that Avatar,
nice.
that's what he lives on.
That boat is actually not bad.
Yeah, it's not a bad boat at all.
It's not big enough. I can't put it. What's it? A Ferrari? You got a Ferrari, Nico? Or was it a Lamborghini?
No, the bank owns a Ferrari.
Okay.
$5
Archie is trying to shut up, Archie, and listen. Archie's trying to act like the poor man's fucking ball bag. He's not a ball bag. He's actually a nice guy, but he's trying to act like
he's got a Honda and the logo fell off the steering wheel.
He's not a poor man, but he wants me to act like a Billy Big Balls, and I'm not going to act like Billy Big Balls. So there you go.
You know, the funny thing is that, you know, the badge would probably fall off the Ferrari first, then the Honda. The Honda's actually...
Yeah, the Honda's probably falling through, like.
Marcelo, I can't wait for the new Tim Wright series, How to Remain at 100 Subs While Doing Watch Reviews in Soprano.
Thank you.
Explanation, please.
Man, you know, it was really... I do need to make them videos. The videos and the giveaway.
The giveaway.
What does he mean by reviews in Soprano? I don't understand that. Can
no
someone
idea.
explain?
It's
too
a Soprano
complicated for us,
reference.
right?
Soprano references, you know. 'Cause
I
in
don't
New
think
Jersey,
so.
he's in New York.
Oh, I see. I understand.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because it should be very easy to hit 100K subs in New York. I mean, it's ratings gold. The problem is I was freaking traveling all over the place, and I couldn't do anything besides sleep and stream.
Here we go.
That's how
Got a
my
good
past
question there.
4
LA
months went.
Methwich is asking a question, Sirocco, for you. Sirocco Sales, my mate. What boat for 100,000 Aussie to live on, if possible, but like yourself style?
LAMF, you probably for 100 Aussie, you'll get a 35-year-old up to 40-foot sailboat, I guess.
Holy shit!
Any good?
Oh yeah.
A bit of life left.
How much can cost repairs? Let's say renovate.
10% of
that?
cost, Marcelo. 10% every year.
Sirocco, how much is your boat?
He doesn't like to talk about it because it's not the Aussie thing to do. See, we like to just.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's humble.
Okay, it's inappropriate. I apologize.
Yeah, 400,000. Okay.
They're not cheap.
But
400.
Churaco, I'm going to ask him.
I could
ask in a different way, Churaco. I ask in a different
if
way.
if I was still living in the UK,
right,
the money that I spent on this, I could have got a 60-footer.
I see.
They're cheaper in the UK.
Oh fuck yeah!
Why?
Because we have fucking luxury fucking taxes, import taxes, this tax, that tax, every other fucking tax.
They just have death duties in the UK.
They have death duties in the UK.
Do you have death duties in Ireland, Nico?
I haven't a fucking clue.
Just asking. With you've had a few. You've had bad health lately. Just asking.
Yeah.
That's all.
But Churaco, how long you need to renovate the interior inside?
Until it stops sinking. Until it stops sinking, Marcelo. You gotta keep working on that patch until the water stops coming inside.
That's about right. If you got a hole in the boat, that's a problem.
Well, Sirocco, I mean, you should get one of those concrete boats. They don't sink. They don't.
Those are the best.
I'm going to Brisbane next week, and Arch and I, we're signing contracts on, and we're still looking for a few investors, Tim. So you know, we've got this concrete boat that we're going to start building.
Yes.
Nico wants.
I might get in. It might be ratings gold.
Nico, what is your taking about boats, Nico? I love the water, mate, but Jesus Christ, there's a saying in this boat world, right? The best 2 days of a boat owner is the day that you buy it and the day that you sell it.
That's about right.
That's very true.
Big hole in the
Ferrari
water.
Ownership like that? Is Ferrari ownership like that, Nico, as well, or
no?
Like if you name Ferrari one more time, I'll fucking jump off the fucking stream, you dick.
There's nothing wrong with that.
You're a prick.
What do you like?
Don't push it.
Arch, what do you like better, Nico's Ferrari or Tenzil's Lamborghini?
Ooh.
I got to tell you that I'd never been in a Ferrari until recently. I had a fan.
You know, I got to tell you something, Arch. These cars are not for fat guys like us.
And they're so low, man. They're so low.
When I got in, I had a very difficult time getting out. I am not a fan of these fucking
I got to tell you, I would actually...
That's what she said, mate.
I would say this to you. I think the Lamborghini is actually a lot more brutal. I've been in a couple. I've been in a Gerardo, and also I've been in a Diablo. Okay? Both were fucking uncomfortable. Okay?
I find them all uncomfortable.
I've only been in one Ferrari. It was a Tributo. The F8 Tributo. That's the... That's the tribute last V8.
Oh, I love this super chat.
But you know what? The Lamborghinis are amazing, but I think the Ferrari is actually so much more comfortable.
Lamborghini look like a toy. It looked like a toy car. When I saw it, all the colors, everything looked like a toy car, big toy car.
You know
they
what?
all look like toys. I mean, that's what they are.
Tanzil, $10. Nico, let's see how much of an OG you are. Which of the following is not true? AC3 loves black licorice. AC3 had a stolen watch by the Chicago Mafia. AC3 invented the wristwatch
Number 2.
check.
You invented the wristwatch check. You invented the wristwatch check.
Actually, he had his watch stolen by Chicago Mafia.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I did. That's
really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You got to go
actually,
back.
Who wants to steal your fucking girly Pateks?
Oh, it was a Rolex.
No, this is a long time. 1016.
1016.
Yeah.
Toyota Mo, $5. Great to see you, Nico, Bear, Tim, Sirocco, and of course you, Art. Sirocco, how are you been, man? Where are you now? Are you in
He never
Brisbane?
mentioned my name. He never mentioned my name.
I'm back in Bundy. I drove down the Gold Coast yesterday to pick up my mate's new F2 bloody hell, what was it?
F350.
F2. No, it was a 250. I got it wrong.
What was it like?
Fucking fast. Really fucking amazed me.
Yeah.
Just to refer to the previous super chat from Tanzil, which was through aficionado, ArchieLuxury aficionado question. All 3 statements are true.
All 3.
They're
yes.
all 3 true.
You know what I really like, Nico? I really like that black salty licorice.
Yes.
You know the black Zed licorice?
One of my favorite moments was when my wife sent Archie the big box of maple leaf cookies.
Yes!
He ate the whole
What kind of
fucking
conversation
box.
are we having here? What are we actually talking about, lads?
Those salty licorice, you know those Dutch licorice. I like those Dutch coin licorices. I like the leaf. I bought some the other day there. I went to this Europe Continental Small Goods, and it was the leaf triple salt.
Archie, if anyone wants to send you licorice or any kind of
look
sweets,
in the description. There's a PO box in the description. PO box.
Will you eat it publicly on a live stream?
I will eat them. Yes. I love salty licorice. The Dutch have the best licorice. That is amazing stuff. And it's not fattening, is it, when it's got salt in it?
No, it's the best for you. Salt and sugar
Yeah, it's
together.
good for your heart and shit. Yeah, unbelievable.
It's the best.
Yeah. Sirocco. Was that a V8 turbo, or what was it, that engine in that Ford?
6.7 turbo fucking diesel something.
And it went like the clappers.
I went like shit out of a hot shovel. Fucking believable and comfortable.
He got something.
Really comfortable. The only thing,
yes,
it's so fucking high off the ground. I nearly broke my leg getting out of it.
Oh, you're joking.
I couldn't reach the floor and my knee gave way. It's quite funny.
You drove it back? Which you?
No, my mate drove it. I just went down for the ride. We talked about going to the Porsche dealership down on the Gold Coast, which was only like 200 meters away, but just didn't have time to go there. I wanted to have a look at a Cayenne.
Yeah,
I think. Yes. I'm gonna catch some sleep because
we love you guys.
6 hours.
We love you, Nico. Take care of yourself.
Nico,
man.
take care.
Don't push it
Thank
too
you
hard.
for-
It was good.
Thank you for coming.
And Nico, put my
It was
link
good to
of
see
the
everyone.
Marcelo time if you can help me out with this.
I don't really want to lose followers, mate. I want to gain followers.
That's a good answer, Nico. It's been an honor to have you on here.
No, Marcelo.
Please,
Marcelo, you're a star, mate. You're a star.
You take care, man. Don't push yourself too much, because I am worried about you know, you don't have to win everything. You're far more successful than I'll ever be, and it doesn't matter. I think you're a real champion. Okay?
Shut up.
Keep doing what you're doing.
I love
Nico.
your kind words.
You're a great
so
guy.
much, guy.
Don't worry,
Appreciate
you're
the
getting
support, lad.
extra support there too. And we've got Jamie saying hello to you before you go there. Jamie wants to say hello.
Yeah, hi guys.
Hey, you had a haircut,
Is
man.
Jamie on? Jamie, brother, how are you?
And another heavy hitter. They're all lying in bed. What's going on?
It's 2 a.m. there. Look at the time.
You're in Spain, you dick. You're in Spain. You should be fucking sleeping. It's 2:15 there, you mad whore.
Yes, he's mad.
Sorry, I missed that. What? I'm just putting some headphones.
It's 2:15 there, you mad whore. Go to bed.
He should be sleeping, man. He should be.
These are wild.
These are why these
you
guys
should either
have.
be bucking.
This is why they're winners. This is why they have successful
This is why they got
business.
This is why they got Celestial.
Yeah.
They got bloody Salisi dial world times.
Yeah.
Bloody
Salisi.
Ferraris.
Hey, bring up
Jamie,
Logan Hall's comment.
Jamie, I want to apologize to you personally for disturbing your sleeping by showing you the Celestian dial with the mini repeater.
Toyota Mo, $5. Great to see. Bear. Oh, we did that one there. And where's Logan Hall's comment? I'm trying to
Logan
find
Hall
it.
just brought up a comment.
Jamie, how's your Rolex going? Sub.
It's perfect. He got it from you. Are you guys in the same bed?
Lovely.
Joking.
Yeah.
Lovely
to meet you, Sirocco.
Is jumping on again?
I don't know. I think we lost him.
Lovely to meet you, Sirocco. Appreciate it.
Good night there.
Cheers.
See you later.
Guys,
Jamie,
sleep
he's
well.
on again.
See you, Nico.
Sorry.
Oh,
I missed.
Jamie.
Yeah.
Good night, Nico.
Jamie.
See you later.
What's happening?
Jamie,
They look like they just have to roll over and kiss each other.
Yes, exactly.
Jamie,
Come here, Jamie. Come here, my friend. Come here.
Look how cute you are. You're a cute couple. You make a cute couple.
They got the same bed heads, you know.
It's complicated.
Jamie, you forgive me
Fucking
for revealing to you the Celestial dial with the mini repeater.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no, I just wanted to. I'm going to the airport in 40 minutes. I was meant to get a really good night's sleep, but then I saw this headline announcement.
So much for
Thorpe,
sleeping,
no
yeah.
holds barred. So it kept me up.
Yeah. No one wanted to ask the hard questions, but they did. They asked him some stuff. Okay, see you
I
later,
did.
Nico.
You were soft cock. I did ask hard questions.
It's hard to get
You
these
were soft cock.
It's
You
hard
were
to get
soft
these
cock.
A-liners
You were
on.
soft cock. Right, Archie, soft cock. Love you loads. Speak to
See you
soon,
later.
guys. It was a
Thank
pleasure.
you.
Honor.
Cheers.
Get her bucked.
Take care.
Ciao.
Hey, that
Very
was
soft
good there. We got
interview,
very
Archie.
quickly. I catch up on these super chats here. There, Pavel, $10. Let's observe 10 minutes of Marceau silence.
There
And
you
we
go.
got Ryan Vlogs Live, $2. I miss the good old days. Blue Velvet, Mimi T, Surf and Turf. They were the days, my friend.
First
Toyota
time I
Mo.
agree with Ryan.
Yeah, great to see Nico, Bear, Tim, Sirocco, and of course you, Arch. Yep, there we go. We're done. We've caught up there. I got to tell you, it's an interesting show. We've had some good things there. You noticed we got away with really pushing the
you like my
anti-Marco sentiment. Did you see that? Bear,
Didn't
we
notice
pushed
that.
the
What's the story about?
Marco sentiment. We pushed that, didn't I? He wasn't even pissed off. He was so tired. He didn't even get.
He's such a nice guy.
He is.
He's
such a-
really not. I really
with
like
the
Nico.
sold sub.
The gold sub. What's this? Sorry.
That sold Submariner at a loss.
I'll tell you the story.
Yeah, please.
So what's the deal there?
I helped Marco get a sub.
Yep.
Obviously on a gray market from a good friend who is a gray market dealer. He hates my guts. He had a bad vibes coming from the sub. I
No
guess some
bad
type
vibes
of-
on the back girl, but
No bad vibes on the bad girl. So basically, he claimed that's a bad vibes. It's a watch that makes him uncomfortable. And then he traded it, lost the money, and got a Moser. That's the story.
Okay.
He didn't get the Moser yet, from my understanding.
Well, that's what he plans to do. At least that's what
we
he
don't
says,
even
right?
know what the truth is. What's to say he's even telling
Frankly,
the truth?
I don't give a fuck.
No.
And I really want to say that, Archie, who cares what Pigsley's doing? I mean, it's irrelevant.
Exactly.
What a great show.
And
Paul?
JJ as well. He's not coming back. There's no point kissing that asshole because, or that's just not going to work. You know what I mean? It's just he's never coming back. There's no loyalty on that side, Bear.
I'm not commenting on that. You have a super chat.
Ryan Vlogs Live. Birdman instead of begging for subs. Work like Tim. There we go.
Now, all kidding aside, I'm going to say this now. I'm not doing a shtick. Tim has been working really hard on his content, on making right connections in a watch community, on helping your show, Archie. And I think he deserves recognition for that.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
I just booked a flight to California.
Wow.
What's going on?
December 8th to 13th. We're gonna do a little meetup with Cars and Chrono and a bunch of California community. So I'm flying out there.
Is Rolex coming? Is Rolex gonna join you?
If he's in the chat, there you go. I'm gonna post the details on my website, timwright.com.
Also,
and
post
yes,
in the
we're gonna
WhatsApp
have
group.
Lolex. Lolex said he's coming, so he's got to be there.
Awesome.
We got a bunch of other guys who wanted to chill.
Nice.
Hopefully,
it's good news. It's very good
Ashini's
news,
gonna be there.
Bear.
Archie, I wanna reflect on something. You do realize that you are invited to this London watch show, and that he's
Yes.
gonna cover your expenses there.
Yes.
Archie, I really think if it's possible that
Yes.
you should go, you
Yes.
would be by far biggest
Yes.
star in that show. I'm
Gonna
telling
be
you
great
that.
stuff.
I
If you don't
am
go,
gonna
then
say-
I'm gonna. Then Ashini is gonna be biggest star. But
Tim, if he's going to London, I'm going to London.
whoa!
I'm going. I don't care.
Whoa!
Archie, it would be my honor to finally meet you in person in London.
Yes.
And we can help with the
Yes.
ticket.
Yes.
Paul,
Yeah.
be
Yep.
serious about it.
No,
be
no, I
very serious
understand.
about it.
I'm going.
I totally agree with you.
I'll be there.
It could be a
100%.
could be a good take on the show, you know.
Yeah, take the show on the road.
Mm.
Yes.
What did you want to say? You were talking about something when I interrupted you.
No, Bear, I got to tell you, really, I hope you understand why I'm angry at Pugsley still. You know,
I do, but in the same time, I don't want to push Nico away. I think he's a great guest, and I think he actually really likes you.
Yeah, I like him too. He's a great guy.
I do think it's probably time to move on from it. I know you're pissed with him.
Yeah. I think sometimes, Sirocco, in my life, I kind of do dredge up the past for a bit. It lingers. I find it very hard to forgive and forget and to move forward.
That's fair enough. He shafted you, and I get that.
You know, it's sort of, I don't know, this whole YouTube space, there's a lot of very ambitious. That's why I got Bear to try and look after me. Bear tries his best. And it's a tough, this YouTube space is a very difficult thing to run in. And I got to tell you, seriously, I enjoy having we got some great, Jamie's been a great sponsor. How's your YouTube channel going, Jamie? Did you get many leads?
Yeah. What do you mean by leads? It's not really about leads.
Any subscribers?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm doing things different, right?
Jamie is doing this out of pure joy.
I'm not doing any streams. I have no interest in stream. I don't need money. I have money. This is I'm just making videos, and you know what? I'm thoroughly enjoying sitting in my office for 4 hours on a Sunday.
Exactly.
With the macro lens, with that lens, and trying to be as creative as I can be, and producing as high quality a video as I can. So, yeah, it's going well. I mean, I've been running some because I'm familiar with AdWords. So I've been running some AdWord campaigns, basically promoting my trailer against, say, people that are viewing Paul Thorpe, Roman, David Khalil.
How's that working?
It's going well. It's got me just over 1,000 subscribers relatively quick.
Wow.
So so you know.
How much did you spend on AdWords?
Maybe about €800 thereabouts.
Okay, it's not terrible. It's not terrible.
You know, I'm not afraid to speculate,
money
to accumulate.
You're gonna give it a shot.
Exactly, but the main motivation for me at this stage is just enjoying producing and editing, because I'm doing the whole thing myself. I'm really enjoying it.
Guys, I got to tell you, I'm gonna wrap this baby up in 12 minutes, guys. And I want to say to you guys, it's I like the back view on Sirocco's boat there. You know, I want to get that electric dock on. Can we retrofit that dock to the back of your boat,
The electric dock. I'll show you the back of the boat. Hang on. Let me see if I can unplug this thing. Oh, fuck. Here we go.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Very windy outside. Fuck me dead.
It's beautiful. What more could you want? How could that not be a great boat? How's that not everything you need in life?
I love how Sirocco looks always relaxed, content,
Yes.
not stressed.
It's like all of us. We always want something bigger.
True.
Got you.
True.
We always want what we can't have.
Well, that's it. You know, you want, I don't know, a Nautilus or something, yeah? Patek?
Overrated.
I don't know if I even want that. You know, I just want a 5170, by the way, if the gazillionaire is watching. 5170, 2 reg Patek chrono manual wine dress watch, sort of chronograph. Yeah.
Yep.
One of those would be good. And that Khaleesi dial, by the way, the one Jamie's got, I'd like one of those.
There you go. So
I'd prefer that. I would prefer that, to be honest. Never satisfied.
We're never satisfied.
Yes.
You know, I think once I get my get hold of my bluesy next year, maybe I want to get a solid gold one. Who knows? Or a solid gold Yachtmaster.
Yes, they're good bang per buck second hand.
Yeah, not the 2, the 40.
No, the 40. They're amazing bang per buck. You can get those. I've seen those.
The 40. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking 2.
No, I don't like
too big.
I think the 2's a waste of money. Sorry, you've got one, haven't you? Oops, I shouldn't have said that.
That's okay. That's okay, man.
Listen, I want
the trilogy.
Oh, do you have the Bear? Do you have the full catalog?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well,
Like steel? You're talking steel?
Yeah.
I'm missing some OPs in 41. I'm missing few colors.
Oh, but you've got one OP. That's all. I mean,
no, I got I have a OP black. I have OP blue. I have OP green. I have OP Tiffany, and I am about to get the orange or whatever you want to call it, coral.
Yes.
So I need coral. I need yellow.
Then you got the whole catalog.
Then I have the full OP set.
Wow. And the full steel sports.
This is what I said. This is what people are gonna do. They're gonna try to collect them all.
I have every steel I think there is from the modern catalog. I don't know what I'm missing.
You got both Daytonas, steel, the black, the Panda, and the black.
Black and white, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. The yin and the yang.
Two tones. How far do you go in the two tones?
I don't have two tones. I'm collecting. I want to have the whole steel segment.
Steel ring.
By the way, Bear, do you have the Daytona steel before the ceramic one as well?
No, I only have a ceramic. I don't have pre ceramic Daytona.
Oh, okay.
I have a gold Daytona chocolate dial on a bracelet.
Wow.
And you know how many times I wore that watch, Archie?
How many?
0.
You don't like it?
No.
It's a purely investment watch.
Bear, tell me this. Bear, tell me this. What do you think is going to happen? It's just started. Inflation figures are starting to go high now. They said
it's slowly going there. Yes.
Like they said that they've had the highest inflation since the last 30 or 40 years at the moment, right?
It has to be. It's inevitable. We are printing money to support the pandemic expenses.
Do you think in the next 12 months, Rolex will it'll stay the same, it'll get harder, or it'll get better?
It will get up. It will go higher.
Higher.
So don't sell fucking Rolex.
So Rocco, what do you think?
I think they're just going to keep going up.
You know, in Brisbane here, Brisbane's becoming a bit hot because of the property market here. See, Sydney and Melbourne, they moved many, many times over the last 10 years. Brisbane never had jack shit. Let me say that to you.
Yep.
Now Brisbane's starting to move a bit. You know, the danger is, Sirocco, you sell your house, you can't buy the next one because they sell so quickly. And you advertise a price, like there was a unit that sold near my unit. They advertised it, offers over 440. It ended up selling for 473.
See,
I know
Archie,
someone, we were talking about this yesterday on the way back from Gold Coast.
Offers over what the? Remember, you used to advertise 440. Yeah. You'd offer 430 or 425, or you know what I'm saying?
Or nearest offer.
Here just last week, he listed his house, or I think it was an investment house, and it was offers. It came in, as you said, offers, not just you know, or nearest offer. Offers over 220, and within 12 hours, he sold it for 270.
Wow.
Well, where was
you
it?
know,
Very cheap price. Where was
I don't know. Up here is fairly cheap in some of the suburbs around here. There's a real estate agent up here in Bundy. I won't name it. They have absolutely no listings.
No, that's correct. That's how it is here.
Yep.
There's no stock. There's no stock.
As soon as they get it, it's sold that day.
Gone.
Yeah. It's just incredible.
But you can't blame the Chinese because they're not here buying stuff. It's not the Chinese. Because the gates are closed.
It's people. It's you know, people. Interest rates are still low, although the banks are putting it up on their own bank.
Money is cheap.
Still low.
Money but I mean, it's still okay. It's maybe not 2%, but it's still under 4%, isn't it?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, so very, very cheap. And
it could happen. It could go like the States did back in 2007-8, where you've got a lot of cheap money, and then all of a sudden you've got these toxic fucking loans because the interest rates start going up.
Do you know how hard it is to get a loan in Australia? It's fucking hard. If you're self-employed, they don't like it. They fucking are nasty.
But I think that was a little while ago. I think that they don't fucking care now. They're just out to fucking sting you.
No. It's hard to get money. They don't. It's because all these banking royal commissions. They got to have service. You know, my dad. He's worth $2 million. He can't lend 100,000. They say there's no service. They want serviceability. Not only asset rich.
Yes.
But they want serviceability. It's fucking ridiculous. He could pay it out at the click of his fingers. Serviceability. And look, realistically, I think the problem is, like, it's all very well. You get excited that your Rolex has gone up in value. But what you don't realize is it's only exciting if you can buy other things at the same price as before. Everything else is going up. Like you say, oh, wow. My Pateks have gone up, right? So I think, I'd like to, you look at these cars, or like a secondhand Porsche or a Boxster, secondhand, something like that. You know what? They're selling brand new over retail. Secondhand, they're selling at retail. Do you understand? Like 3-year-old ones aren't much different. It's ridiculous because there's demand is so strong. The demand. And wages aren't rising, but wages aren't really rising, are they? Are wages rising?
No. But you know what's happening? There is a huge, at least I'm talking about Canada. Actually, I'm talking about Ontario in Canada. I'm not going to talk what I don't know. There's a shortage of workers. There's a shortage of labor. And there's a competition for the labor for workers, for managers, for whatever you want to call it, which will inevitably bring the wages up. That's going to happen.
It has to.
But that's happened everywhere.
And then the cost of services, cost of goods, and everything is going to go up as well.
Yeah. Since COVID, it's crazy. I know where I come from in Jersey. Hospitality workers, you just can't get them.
No kidding. It's very difficult.
It's the same here. I don't know. I don't quite understand what's happened. Over here, I mean, they want backpackers to go up, especially in Bundaberg area, because it's pretty rural. We need backpackers to come and pick the crops. There's no one around. You can't get backpackers because they're not allowed in from overseas. The locals don't want to work out in the paddocks like they do.
You can't blame them. The farmers have been assholes for a long time, but
fuck if I do it.
Would you do it?
No fucking way. I wouldn't plenty.
It's happened as well in the UK. We've shot ourselves in the foot by closing off the door for workers, you know, the EU, and the locals don't want to do these jobs.
I know exactly what you mean.
I think you've had a mix of Brexit, which I don't agree with, and mix that in with the pandemic, and it's screwed up everything.
Perfect
Very
storm.
much so. Very much so. Very much so.
And over here, of course, we just had this closed borders for fucking 18 months now.
We took it ridiculously. Australia took it really fucking. I mean, it's still now. There are people. They've only just started coming back into Queensland. You were in a different state. You couldn't come back. I mean, the government was fucking brutal. They wouldn't give you an exemption. They wouldn't let you. They let sporting stars through.
They let sporting stars and fucking Hollywood actors, and that really pissed me off.
Agreed.
You know, for a fucking cricketer, you could do whatever you want. Don't get me started, because I won't stop.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm going to wrap up. See you tomorrow.
What a great live stream, Paul. I really want to give you kudos. This was very exciting.
Well, it was Paul who came to me and said, "Hey, do you want me to come on?" I said, "Hey, let's just." I fucked up the timing, and I did but we fixed it up, and we came on, and hey, it's been a great stream. So, guys, I want to thank you all, and we will see you tomorrow at the usual time.
Cool.
See you guys.
Thanks for letting me on.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure to have you on,
guys.
Sirocco.
Stay a little bit back one second.